All right, here we go. Oh, I'm getting feedback. Hold on one second. That's not good. Okay, let's see if that helps. Alright, that's a little weird. I don't know why I'm getting... Oh, I think I know why. Alright, I think that should work. Perfect. Alright, welcome back in. Hi, Angaris. How are you? So, as you can see, I changed my outfit and my hair a little bit. I thought this would look really cute on her. I also picked up like the adventuring one that I use on my main, just because I think that looks really cute. I also really like the I like the giant hammer and the sword for the axe. So I did want to use those. And I'm going to change this up a little bit because I do have the quest for gardening. Let's take this one off for right now and then bring this one. I need to harvest a carrot and a tomato. And I do have some carrots now. My tomatoes still need to grow. But let's go ahead and water these for now. I'm going to grab some new crops and put those in. Alright, and I do have my carrot. I wonder if that stays if I put the carrots into my chest. Does that still... Okay, good, it does still save that. And do I have any crops? I don't have any seeds, so that's what I'm going to go get from Zeki's right now. And I do have some mail. Let's see what this says. Gina, dear cat, I've been doing a lot of digging on the flow battery you found. Humans use these to power all sorts of things. You know, there's this old door under the waterfall that I've been trying to open. It's just a little ways past the shrine we first met at. I've tried all sorts of things to get it open. Maybe this battery could be the key. Why don't you give it a try? This place used to belong... Oh, we saw this one last time. Did they just send these out? Okay, Hodari is telling us we set up our smelter. And Eshe has a program called Investing in Kilima's Infrastructure, which means that after you buy it, they're going to give you some money back, which is great in the early game because it's so hard to have money early on. So it's really great that they have that set up. Dear Cat, you keep getting better and better with the axe here. Stop by later and I'll teach you how to build an even better one. Awesome. So this is going to be how we upgrade at least our axe for right now. Zeki sent us a coin for buying things last time, so I'm going to claim that. And dear cat, you haven't happened to see a weird handheld device around the valley, have you? It's square and shiny, the top is black, kind of like a mirror, but it doesn't reflect anything. If you find anything like that, let me know. My life may depend on it. Fortunately, that is something we found last time, so we'll have to go give that to Reth. So let's first start out. We're going to go head over to Zeki's. We will pick up some new seeds so that we can keep our garden going. Oh, yes. Explain how to get Zeki coins. So you get a Zeki coin each time you buy something from Zeki's shop. You can only do that once a day. So not once every Palian day, but once every IRL day. So last time I was on, we ordered some seeds from Zeki's, and we wound up getting the coin the next Palia day. So right now it's 12:23 a.m. in game. So when I wind up going in here to buy some seeds from Zeki, let's see, I'm going to get a couple more carrot seeds. I'll get some onion seeds. I'll get a couple potatoes. And let's get a couple corn seeds going too. So when 6 o'clock rolls around, you'll notice up in the upper right-hand corner, we'll wind up getting a little icon that shows a letter, and that lets us know that we have mail. When you do get the coins, so you'll see that in slot 1, when you take that coin, you come over here to the lucky box, you put your coin in, and you get, well, it calls it a lucky box, but it's really more like a ball. And then you can open that up. And in this case, I got a Valley Sunrise oval table. So you can get decor items, you can get scenes, you can get plushes, and those are the various things that you would get inside the lucky box. So yeah, you'll wind up using those, and you can get various things. Sometimes it's nice to just kind of hoard the coins for a while, and then go ahead and buy a whole bunch of things at once, or you can wind up going and using them every day. Hey Firewolf, how are you?
Hello there, friend.
Alright, good to see you embracing foraging. My son and I used to do it together all the time. I think you're ready for this new recipe I've got in stock. So we'll go ahead. We don't have enough gold right now though to get the standard axe, so we're gonna have to go sell a few things off. And then we can come back to Ashura and buy the recipe for the axe. We'll go ahead and chat with him real quick. There's a lot of spooky legends around these parts. Some say the old well is haunted. Others say there's a monster roaming the forest. Nio used to scare Ani good with that old tale.
Drop by whenever you like.
Alright. So Ashura is always super friendly. One of the things I really love about him as a character. Let's see. Let's just kind of... Oh, one thing that you do, like, pretty much every day, again, IRL day, not Palian day, is come around and check for the loot piles. There's always a choppa pile in Kilima, and a, like a shipwreck pile in Bahari. The way I like to generally look around for these, since they're always in certain spots, is I'll come run up here first, check around to see if it's on this ledge, because you're going to find these anywhere along the river line here from E4 into E5, and then you'll find it in D6, C7 right on top of this hill, or possibly down here at B8 where the old docks are. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. Oh, I did buy cute wings as well. So if there's a choppa pile up here, it'll usually spawn right about here where I'm standing on top of Leafhopper Hill. Otherwise, you might find it all the way down here. So if you kind of take a peek where this tree is at, you'll see the pile like right about here. And it's not here now. We'll come back to this spot though, because I do want to show the dock. But let's go ahead and look first for where the choppa pile might be. So if it's not here, go ahead and head over this way. If it's not on this hill, it might be on this one. And again, we're right by the farm here. So that can also help you find, you know, kind of orient yourself. And then, so here's what the loot pile looks like in Kilima. And you want to get this for various reasons. In this case, I'm winding up with a quest item. You might get, especially early game, you might get furniture recipes. And after early game, once you have those recipes and all of the quest items, you'll wind up getting just useful things. Like you might get an ore compass to go help you find more rare ores. You might wind up getting a hunter's horn to go hunt animals. You might wind up just getting a vegetable or a fruit that you can eventually either eat yourself, use in a recipe, or even compost for more coins. So in this case, I wound up with a mystery item, and if I come over here, I look through my items. So I have my regular pouch, my ammunition pouch, which is where I would keep like any of my bug bombs or any of my arrows. I do need to make more of both of those, by the way. And then you can come in here. This is your special. So this is that handheld device that we found last time that we want to give to Reth. We found a large shiny pebble. And this isn't something we can use, but it says maybe someone would want this. And we find a clue about who would when we use our login screen. You'll see a little pop-up that says, find a shiny pebble or too many shiny pebbles. There's a certain fisherman who might like them. So that kind of gives us that hint to go give it to Einar, which we'll do real quick after this. There is my ancient thing, which is like that battery. So that's what we're going to use in the door. And then here's that old wooden box. And this shows with that little arrow pointing upwards that we can open it. So I'm going to right click on it, click open, and we find a broken light bulb with the quest accepted walking on broken glass. If it doesn't show up automatically, a good idea is to go ahead, go into your inventory. Up here where the exclamation point is, there are your quests, and you can cycle through the quests that you have and decide which one you want to kind of highlight. You can highlight 3 at a time. In this case, I have the Phoenix Shrine because I want to investigate where I was found. Happy Home, Happy Life. This is to finish building my extra room, which I needed some more materials that should be ready by the time we get back. Echoes of the Unknown. We want to talk to Gina in the Mysterious Temple, which is where we were at last time when she told us the only way to get across was to fly across, and that's why we needed to get our glider. Happy Housewarming was to give 5 gifts to villagers. Last time we were streaming, we saw how to find what villagers wanted. So we'll go around today looking for those again. Gardening 101, harvest the carrot, harvest the tomato. We're working on that one. We're going to need Zekia's expanded backpack so that we can carry more than just the 2 lines of items. Furniture making, we want to craft and place a table, and then brick by brick is to craft a stone brick. Those are all of our main story quests. If we come over here, we see our extra side quest, which is this device in hand, which we want to bring that device to Reth. Walking on broken glass, find out if someone knows anything about the light bulb. And then ranching 101 is to use the signal bell, which we haven't done yet. And then completed, these are all the ones that we've already done. So I can go back and look through these to see what the quest was and like if it's completed. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish showing you guys where all the other chop-a pile spots might be. If you come up along here, here's that river I talked about. You're going to follow along here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this copper while we're at it. We're going to follow along the river, and there are a few spots where you'll find the pile. The first one along here is right about in this area, right by this little hill. You'll see it right about here. Otherwise, if it's not there, you'll come up along this way, still following that river. And the other spot where you might find it is right under this tree right here, right at the top. So here's the other spot where you'll likely find the chop-a pile. While I'm up here, I'm going to collect these spice sprouts. Spice sprouts are really good for any of the recipes that you're making. They're needed in quite a few of the recipes, so anytime you're up here in Mere Field, especially early game, you want to try to make sure you grab as many of these spice sprouts as possible. And you'll notice right now I'm not trying to catch any of the bugs, and that's because I only had 2 of the bug bombs still in my backpack. So I want to make sure I have a few more, because if it doesn't take the bug out in 2 shots, I'm going to lose the bug, and then I've just kind of wasted the bug bombs that I could have been holding on for later. And then, so up here is where we're normally going to find Gina, and it's 4:30 a.m. So she's usually out here about now, right here working with Hecla. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to her, see if we can also find out what kind of things she wants. It's kind of hard to sleep in when you live in a tent, so if the sun's awake, I'm awake. This one down here, it's grayed out right now, so I can't click on it. This is how we learn about what villagers want, and then the one above is where we give a gift to improve our relationship. So this one here shows our friendship level, and then this here is our romance bar. And after you get to level 3 friendship with a character, you can start romancing them. And you do that by either giving them chocolates or a heart drop lily. Chocolates you would get from Zeki's store, and then heart drop lilies you're only going to find in certain spots in Bahari Bay. Since it looks like that's grayed out, I might have already asked her what she wanted, so I'm going to go back to my inventory screen, and if I come up to this one, hearts, it shows my relationships. In this case, I can go through here. If I'm looking at Ashura's, this shows his weekly wants. These are those gifts that I'm going to give. Right now, I don't know what Ashura wants. And I can go through and look at each person. So Ani wants a common bark cicada. It says it's attached to trees in Bahari Bay during the morning and day. If I scroll down here to Gina, it shows that she wants one of the red mountain morels. Super easy to find, both in Kilima and the northern side of Bahari. So we'll look around for one of those as we go, and hopefully be able to come back and give that to Gina, and that'll be one of the first of our gifts. If I come over here and talk to Hecla, it says, every day I'm confronted with the dilemma of what to prepare for Gina's dinner. Perhaps stuffed mushrooms will suffice. Now, we don't have this recipe yet, but it is one we will eventually get. Some recipes you'll get by finding the recipe, like we did with the Palia and onion soup last time. We found the 2 recipe pieces on top of the docks over by Einar. And then some of them we get either from characters, we'll get them from their rooms when eventually we get their key as we level up our friendships with them. And others we find by fishing, or even some by using the choppa piles or the loot piles. Okay. Hecla says, Einar and I recently finished our weekly card game. We are able to compete mentally over much distance. He won. But I've made some mental notes on how to improve my strategy. So again, we see that Hecla's is grayed out. That means we probably have asked her already, and we can go back to our relationships tab to find out what it was that she wanted. So I'm going to scroll down to Hecla, and she is looking for just oyster meat. I can find that when I go to Bahari Bay, which I need to do anyway to make sure that I get the loot pile there. So let's go ahead. I will close this out for now. Take another quick run around. Oh, that little bag up at the top means there's something there. I'm guessing I scared one of the Sernuk, and someone eventually hunted it, and that's the bag that shows that there's a loot. Those will last for about 5 minutes on your screen. Alright, and you see right now, like, it's not showing anything, but this shows I'm right on top of it. So sometimes you're just kind of have to wander and then search for it. So it looks like it was a grasshopper that we startled, and someone else must have been right behind us to catch that. Since I don't have any arrows or any bug bombs right now, I'm going to check if I can make them in my crafting bench. But if not, what I'm going to want to do is go to Zeki's and I can buy them there. One thing that's really nice, you usually only see these in groves, but this is called a flow tree with that purple smoke coming out of it. Right now, my axe won't even hit it enough to let me get some of the loot. But once your axe is upgraded, tap the tree once, especially if you come to a grove, and you'll get the loot from it when others come to cut it down. If you do see the grove, which spawns in Bahari at midnight, it is common courtesy not to chop until 3 a.m. And usually people will call out the grove when they find it so that you can go to it yourself. As long as you give those trees a tap, you can even leave if you want to and go back and you'll see it pop up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and head on into our home. And guys, thank you. You can also request some. You can only request items that you've already had though. So if I go into my social menu and I change that just kind of to keys that I find easier to use, this is my social menu down here, and I'm going to use X to access it. This shows me any friends I have online, people on the server, and then over here is requests. If I want to request an item, I can come into here. Everything shows up by item, and then you can go ahead and just request what you want. Again, now you notice I only have things that I've already found, so I can only request things I've found. As I wind up getting more things, that will expand so that others will see, you can ask for different things. So you can request flowwood, and, people are usually very generous to send things like that on. All right, let's come back over here. Last time I had some stone smelting. I also had, oh, and there's my brick by brick quest finished. And I still had some more wood being sawn. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrade. I don't have enough for that, and I don't have quite enough stone bricks. So that tells me what I'm going to want to do is go and look for more stone and look for more planks so that I could finish upgrading. Let's take some of these crops right now. Let's put some of these in. I'm gonna put let's see, I'm gonna put a corn right here. I think I'll put in, let's see, I'm gonna put in another couple onions because I have that onion soup recipe. And then I'm gonna put in a couple potatoes. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna switch over so I can water everything. Oh, that would be really nice, and then I can show everyone how I can request. Let me make sure I add you as a friend. All right. And I want to check to see if I can make those myself as well, so that I can also see what I'm going to need. So for this one, I'm going to need flint, which I'm going to be able to get when I harvest stone. I'm going to need some more sapwood logs. And then for the smoke bombs, I'm going to need sundrop lilies and clay. And I can find sundrop lilies anywhere through oh, pardon me, Kilima and anywhere in southern Bahari. And then clay I'm going to find along the lake by Einar and along the coast. So if I go ahead and I close that up, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a friend, and I know your in-game name is Iberus, so I'm going to find you there. I'm going to add you as a friend, and thank you for accepting my friend request. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make a request myself, and I know I need some arrows, so I'm going to request that. And then I will request some smoke bombs. And since I can make 4 at a time, I'm going to go ahead and request a couple more. And it pops up here, item request completed. And thank you, Iberus, for helping me out. So I'm going to open all those. Thank you, thank you. And then when I look in my inventory and I come over here to the arrow, which shows my projectiles. So now it shows I have 43 smoke bombs and 40 makeshift arrows. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear these out of my inventory for right now. And then let's put this one down for now. I don't think that's going to count for the one I need for Tish, because I think I need to make it. But I'm going to put this down anyway. And then I had the ability to make more smoke bombs, so I'm going to make some more of those. And each time I use one of each item, I'll get 20. So right now, 2 will make 40, 60, 80, 100. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make all 100 for right now. I'm going to go ahead now, I want to take care of these ones over at the Mysterious Temple and the Phoenix Shrine, because this is, both are in the same area. Oh, and before I do, you can see here I have that letter icon that popped up, and this here shows where my mailbox is, just in case, you know, like I need to figure out where it's at, oriented to where I'm at on my plot. And I got another coin, so I'm actually going to go and use that over at Zeki's after I go check out the Phoenix Shrine. Alright, we're going to take a minute to load in. As I go, I'm also going to look for stone as we head up that way. You can normally find a lot of stone and ore along these walls. So anytime you see one of these cliffs, you're often going to find stone or ores there. In this case, nothing here, but there is a small copper down here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick those up. Hopefully, I will also find a gem of some sort. I don't know if it's this stone, if I can hit this one. Not. Oh, I can. These do, however, take quite a bit of time early game to break. But there's that flint and the stone that I need. When the item is flashing like this, it means it's about to disintegrate. So that tells you that you want to get it soon. I have a Proudhorn Stag Beetle now. The nice thing about catching those is you can get tiger lilies from them, which is a flower that you can plant, and you can also potentially get a plushie from them. And plushies are very fun to collect and display. Hopefully, we'll get lucky and maybe find one of those during stream today. Alright, I'm going to come back over here. Here's the waterfall where we were found. I love this spot right here because you see that beautiful rainbow as well amongst the ruins. It's so pretty. And then up at the top here, you can also see, here's my main quest, and it matches up with each of these. So this purple arrow with the wings tells me those are main quests. This one shows I'm 197 meters from that one, and I'm 139 from the other. So as I walk through here, you'll notice that that distance gets smaller and lets me go check each one out. Now, even though I'm closer to this one, I'm going to go this way because this is the one where I was found. So I want to check this out first, and also because I have my wings, that's going to give me access to other places as well. So if I come up here, it shows I'm right on the path. I want to come all the way up here to the shrine. Now, I would press F to commune. And my focus bonus increased to 25. What does that mean? If I come over here to my inventory, you notice I have 250 renown, and I get renown from completing quests. I get renown if I talk to villagers, especially when I give them gifts. And if I fulfill requests, I'll get a single renown point as well. And then I can use this at the shrines. This one here is the Phoenix Shrine. There's also the Dragon Shrine, which we haven't seen yet. But those give you bonuses to your focus. This shows our our level, and it shows you what your renown is at. Your focus, so my focus bonus is now 25%, and that means you'll increase the focus when you're eating, and then when you earn experience, that focus is used to increase the amount of experience you earn. So let's say when I'm harvesting stone, it might give me 5 experience points. With my focus getting higher and that percentage increasing my bonus, I'm going to get now 25% more experience points. I want to make sure that I get that up, as fast as I can. But the problem with that is that it's also going to use more food points as I do an activity. So what might have used a tiny bit of my focus originally is going to take a little bit more, and then a little bit more each time I level that up. So I'm going to need to go to the Dragon Shrine to allow me to have more focus. And I can get up to 100% focus bonus and up to 1,000 focus points. You see right now I'm at 155 out of 200. And I increase my focus by eating. And this one you'll see it shows breast veggie soup gives you 100 focus points. Now I don't want to eat that yet because I only need 45 focus points to fill up my bar. So I don't want to waste that extra 55 if I were to eat the soup now. I can commune here again because each commune takes 100 points. I currently have 250. I'm going to commune here once more and then save the other one for the Dragon Shrine. So now I'm up to 30%, which is great. That means each time I harvest something or each time I catch a bug, that little bar is going to go up a little faster. And you can see how close you are to filling that up here in the upper left. This shows I'm at 1 point in bug catching, but this bar is almost filled up, so I'm nearly at 2. I should be able to fill that a lot quicker now because I have a higher focus points. I'm going to come back out here. I'm going to go talk to Gina in the Mysterious Temple. So I'm going to come back out to here. I'm going to head into the temple. And last time as we did some exploration, we noticed that there was a chest off to the side, but we couldn't get to it because I couldn't quite jump far enough. Now that I have my wings, I can fly right over, and then I can pick this up. So I got 20 gold out of that and 5 unopened oysters. When I open the oysters up, I may wind up getting a pearl or a green pearl. And then I also get oyster meat, which I can use either to cook or, like in this case, Hecla had wanted one of those for her daily gift. So I'm actually going to open those up right now so that I see what I get, and I can hopefully give that meat to Hecla and show you that I get those renown points. So if I open those up, you'll see in the left-hand side, I only have oyster meat, so I didn't get any of the bonuses. But if I talk
Awaiting
to
input.
Hecla, oh, I can't give her the gift right now. So
I
maybe I
must
can't do that
return to Alpina.
while I'm in the temple. That flag over Gina's head says that there is something for me to do here, so I could talk to her, and she has something to do with the quest.
Need any help?
Excellent, you brought the glider. I've been trying to figure out the purpose of this place while you were gone. Unfortunately, progress has been slow. I spotted something glowing across the gorge. It sort of reminded me of something I found near my tent, likely human-made. It looks like some kind of ancient carving, if only I could study it up close. So, my two options are to say that's why you've got me, or want to borrow the glider. Now, because Najuma was kind of like, it's experimental, and she hinted that we're a test subject, I'm not going to want to give that glider over to Gina, just in case something goes wrong. So I'm going to say that's why you got me. And then you saw with that too, there's the fire icon and then the air icon. That kind of tells you what your personality type is going to be in game, um, depending on which one you choose. And there's 4 types: fire, air, water, and earth. And each one has like a different type of play style. All right, do your best to make your way over there and stay safe, okay? We'll do our best to keep an eye on you. And now my Echoes of the Unknown has changed. So investigate the glowing carving that Gina mentioned. Let's see, if I come over here, I can see this gorge that she talked about. I see the entire extent of the runes. And now when I go over this way, I can glide across instead of plummet straight down. The nice thing is if you close your glider once you're over something, you're not going to lose any kind of health or anything like that. If you fall from too high a spot, it'll take you back to where you left off, but you're not actually going to get hurt. The strange writing says storage in the human language. There are additional carvings below it that are hard to make out. The door won't budge. Let's see. Here's one of those glowing tomes again. We've been here too long. Without the sun, I can't say how long. I simply know it's been too long. You can tell by the looks on others' faces. Hunger, fear, anger. They're being consumed by emotion. They have left us with more questions than answers. So the only response is fear. So we're getting that idea again that something went wrong here when the humans were still around. Let's take a look. Nothing shows up here that we can interact with, so I'm going to keep going. Walk around here, see if there's anything. Usually, you'll see that it's kind of glowing if there's something to interact with, or you'll see it pop up to show that you can click on it. Nothing over here. There's nothing in the middle, so I'm going to keep going this way. I can go up the stairs first, but I'm going to go straight through. I want to see what this does. Here's another tome. I sit here waiting, wondering. I wonder whether you made it to one of the other temples in time. I wonder whether those temples held up at all. I wonder when we'll see each other again. Dear Glauca, if you're reading this, know the one thing I do not wonder about is our love. No matter how angry the others here get, it is that love that keeps me grounded. I hope somehow or another that you can feel it too. We will meet again one day. Alba. So we have a little bit of, some more lore. Thank you, Angaris. More lore that's being built. So this Alba and Glauca have some kind of a relationship together. They're in love, but they had to be separated to go find one of these other temples. And yes, there is this very slow reveal of lore while you explore, and a little bit more is revealed each time. So this one, now you'll notice that that F to open shows up. Um, so that if I didn't already know if it wasn't glowing or something to show that I can interact, now I can. So the door is locked, perhaps there's a way to open it. We'll have to look around and see. If I come through here, I want to make sure I check carefully for any more of those glowing tablets, because again, that'll tell us more about the lore. So this is excellent. This allows us, when the water calms down, we stand in it and it'll bubble and push us up through through that water column. We'll see that in a second. If I come up the stairs here, you'll see I can look around and I can kind of see what's here. Now I'm hearing, if you can hear that, you kind of hear that slight music sound. That tells me that there's something nearby. And if I look down there, I can see that other chest. So I'm going to just hop up here and loot the chest. I got 76 gold and 8 silver ore from that. That is excellent. I'm going to need both of those. I might even have the 200 gold now. Yes, I have 271 gold, so I'll be able to go back and get that axe from Ashura. So let's go through here now and check this before I wind up going and using that bubble column. I want to make sure that there's nothing on either side of the stairs. So I'm going to do that side and check this. And there are none of the tablets here. But all the way up here at the top, there is another chest. So I'm going to open that up. Yeah, 10 gold, 5 mountain morals. So, and that's excellent because I needed one of those for Gina. Yes, the random chests throughout the maps. You're going to find random chests, and there'll be so many that you're going to find. Once you find them all, you get a map of either Kilima or a map of Bahari, depending on which one you're in, and eventually a map of the Elderwoods as well. And you can find that up here in your accomplishments. So in my accomplishments, I'll look through these, and if I scroll down, let's see, I might be able to find, yeah, a waterlogged chest. That's one we're going to find when we're fishing, which is fun. So these are great. These will tell you like all the different things you need to find, all the different things you can make. All of these starred fruits and vegetables you can use to add up with those. And then somewhere down here we will find, okay, so Kilima catches, find 12 hidden treasure chests in Kilima. Right now, we really haven't found any of those. Plundering the bay, there's 30 hidden treasure chests in Bahari Bay. So we'll want to make sure that we find as many of those as possible. There's nothing left up here, so I'm going to hop back down to where we were before. And you'll notice we can't get up to any of those spots here, so that's where that bubble column is going to come in handy. I'm going to run back over here, hop in the bubble column, and you'll see it kind of starts almost like boiling. Launches me up in the air, and then I can deploy my glider to see where I want to go. And here's something glowing over here, so I'm going to drop down. And I found a blue shiny pebble. So there's another one of those shiny pebbles that I'll eventually want to give to Einar. If I come along here, there's nothing here. So let's carefully kind of walk over the runes and see if we can find anything that we want to look for. So you'll see here, this spot down here is where we found that random chest after we walked up the stairs. And here's the spot where we walked up the stairs before and found the other chest. So I think I'm going to have to actually go through that bubble column again because I'm not high up enough to explore all the way up there. So I'm going to drop back down, do my little tumble, and then now that I've gotten a better look, I'm going to go up through the bubble column, and I'm going to send myself this way. I can also look, and I see there's not much over there that I need to look for, but I do see something glowing off there, and it looks like there's another chest. So before I'm done with this, I'm going to want to come back and loot that as well. Here's another one of those tablets so we can read what's going on. Just in case, I'm going to peek down here. And no, there's nothing along there that I need to find. The people here have begun to shun me. They think I am the one keeping them here. I simply do as I was told. Guard the puzzle and prevent anyone from touching it. Larry Vidius. So, we have some kind of puzzle over here. So, we see one of the sconces fell off the wall. Nothing else to find, so let's take a look at this puzzle. And these were some of my favorite as a kid. Fortunately, like the first one for us to see here is super easy, just to kind of get you to get the idea of what these kind of maps do, or these puzzles do. So I want to line these up so that I can make the fish, and I see most of the fish bodies already done. So if I move that over, move this one over, and we see more of that fish coming into view, I'm going to pull these down, and like that, and now I've made the fish. And it has a constellation. I get an achievement for that, as well as this fun little animation. So it shows I completed the puzzle at the water temple. You'll also notice that I've got some renown popping up for that. And now it says return to Gina. Oh, there's a glitch in the game. I am suddenly bald. That happens. This will let me redo this if I want to, but you don't need to. But if you do click on it, you don't have to redo the puzzle. It stays finished. So now I'm going to go back to Gina. But before I do, I saw that chest glowing down here. So I'm going to glide across to grab that. I got 3 emerald carpet moss and 11 gold. Climb back up here. Let's go talk to Gina.
Doing your own research?
Look at you, not letting all those centuries of being wherever you were keep you from enjoying your new life. Someone was trapped here. I found some similarly concerning things. It seems like it was for their protection, but protection from what? We need to find out more before making any conclusions. I think the temple's puzzle was hiding something. I doubt it was just one thing. Humans had a lot of secrets, many we don't know about. The Academy may know more, but they won't be forthcoming. We'll have to do our own research. So now, my air choice would be, this is risky, should we stop? Or the water choice is, what do you think it is? I want to know what she thinks it is. I don't know. When humans disappeared, a lot of their records went with them. I think these places may be the key to the truth of it all. I got 5 renown for finishing that. So now I'm going to explain what happened with the puzzle. So the image I saw was some kind of ancient puzzle. And you heard a sound when you matched all the pictures up. Like I said before, there's another one of these in the ruins across the river from my tent. Maybe we should check it out. They might be responding to your presence.
Excuse me, I need to do some reading.
Alright, now, my inventory is getting pretty full. So I want to take these back before I do anything else. So I'm going to head back home, maybe see if I can get a little bit more stone and some more flint on the way, so that I can use those to to try and finish up the part of my house. And then I do know I'm also going to want to eventually talk to Ashura. I still need to talk to Reth, because I need to give him that handheld device. So after I head back, I'll go ahead and I will change, I'll change up my quest a little bit. I'm just gonna... As I go through, this is where you can find often a lot of copper, a lot of stone, right along this wall on the way back and forth to your house. So I'm gonna go ahead, oh, not close enough. Oh. And of course, sometimes the bugs do disappear. Sometimes they'll pop back up, but sometimes you lose them, and it happens. Hopefully we'll also be upgrading our... Oh, and we saw one of these spawn right in front of us. Hopefully we will be able to upgrade our pickaxe as well, and then be able to get through these just a little faster. The nice thing also is if someone who has more experience comes to join you, they'll be able to help you break it faster. And if you pair up with friends, you have the potential to double your loot. And you'll know that it's doubled because you will wind up with a like a green glow coming off of it, and it'll make a different sort of noise when it breaks. I wonder if I can get rid of some of those chat messages. Do you have enough gold to get the expanded pack? I don't think I do. Not if I want. No, I don't have nearly enough. And I also still need to upgrade my axe, which is going to cost me 200 of that gold. So let's go ahead and put this all away here. I do have some more of that stone I could start smelting up, so that's excellent. I'm going to pull that there. I'm going to bring my food over here, and eventually I'm definitely going to want to start making my own food. Let's put that in here. Let's see, that's going to give me, every 2 stone will give me 1 brick. So that's going to give me 16 more, so 17 stone bricks. And I'll need 3 of those to finish this part. But I am going to need another 31 sapwood planks. So I'll have to start getting on that, especially once I get this axe upgrade. So let's change this up a little bit. I'm going to change my quests. I'm going to want to put this one on here because I know I need to talk to Reth. And let's go ahead. I'm going to take this one off for right now, and let's put Furniture Making 101 on there. Alright. So we see where Reth is at, and if I open my map up, we'll see... Oh, I see Eloise is over here who I need to talk to, and Reth is over here. Notice he's not at the inn where he's normally at. So if you go to find someone and they're not in the spot where you would normally find them, look on the map and you'll be able to see like where they're at on the map. Since I'm right here and I see that Eloisa wants to talk, let's say a quick hello to her.
Is it a hoax or a truth you have yet to discover?
Alright, did you bury a light bulb? Oh, which one did you find? So, How many did you bury? Or it was in a box. How many did you bury? How else will I recycle them? There was Juno, German, Janice. About 17 of them? Let me see that one. Oh, this wasn't mine. It must have been from Florentine. So we have 3 options. The water option is that a human name? Earth is, why do you seem worried? Or air is, oh yeah, that guy, who I totally definitely know. Now we don't really know, so I'm going to ask, why do you seem worried? Yes, he was Majiri, but was so interested in human ways that he changed his name. This was a flow light bulb he invented to see ghosts. Ghosts? I'm gonna go with that one. Calm down, ghosts aren't real. Cryptids, definitely real. But ghosts? Who believes in that kind of stuff anyway? Unfortunately, by digging this up, you may have unleashed a teeny tiny curse. One that, might turn everyone in the village into a fish. Alright, well, she doesn't believe in ghosts, so let's say curses aren't real. You literally emerge from a magical void, and you don't believe in curses. I don't think there's any pleasing her. Either way, it's still your responsibility to stop this. Together, I believe we can find a solution. What can we do? I'll inspect this object here, but I need you to go to Kaleri and get me a special book. It's called Forbidden Romance, Curses, and More. She'll know where it is. And if you're wondering, it's in the and more part of the book. Let's just chat with Eloisa. The healer Shane says fresh air is good for my mental well-being. Very true. Occasionally getting some fresh air, even if it's just opening the windows in your house or apartment, and getting that fresh air is so good. It's been so hot lately, and I cannot wait till next week when it cools off so I can get these windows open and get that fresh air back in the house again. I'm not sure what's so bad about my mind the way it is, but still, I don't see any harm in going for a walk every once in a while. Do you? I don't think there's anything wrong with Eloise's mind either. I think she's very creative and imaginative, which is a really good thing, especially once you hit your adult years, because so many times we lose that. If you see a dusk ray, let me know. I've been searching for one. After all, despite the name, they come out at other times besides dusk. Quite suspicious.
Trust no one.
Alright, so let's talk to Kaleri real quick, see what she can do.
Something?
It pleases me to see your thirst for knowledge is so difficult to quench. Do you have forbidden romance curses? Why? We need to uncurse Kilima or secret reasons. Who doesn't love a good secret reason? Ugh, you sound just like... Oh. Eloisa is trying to check out another romance novel from the library without returning her last one, isn't she? I don't know about that. Sure. You tell her if she wants to save the town, she needs to return Cryptid to love first. Let's chat with Kaleri. If you think you can get away with something sneaky here, think again. I'll have you know, I'm a fully sanctioned scholar who has devoted her life to the library arts. If you try to so much as return a book to the incorrect shelf, I'll know.
Now, back to my books.
I don't get the feeling that Kaleri probably would make a great dominatrix.
Oh, I thought you might be a ghost.
I'm glad you're back. Did Kaleri give you the book? So I can ask, is this curse real? Or she said you need to return your other one. Is this curse real? Alright, you caught me. There's no curse. I lost Cryptid to love while trying to read it up on the cliffside. It bounced off some rocks and into the lake. This light bulb, while unique, only shows traces of flow, not ghosts. And that curse was something I made up. Unless it's real. Alright, you know what? Let's help her find the book. Although, asking was Cryptid to love good? You know what? I really want to know about the book, but let's let Eloise also know she has a friend. Let's help her find the book. Perhaps then we have to find out how to dry it out. Maybe I should just come clean to Kaleri. Oh, we got 3 glass bulbs. We got a starred glow bug. Oh, nice. So, well, let's go ahead. Oh, all right. Oh, Reth is sleeping, so we're not going to be able to see him anyway. So we'll have to wait. Let's talk to Kaleri.
Got time to chat?
Ah, there you are, Kat. The human. You are just in time for another delightful discovery. I love how she puts human in quotes. Like, are you sure you're really human, or is this just a prank you're playing on me? I'm finally about to capture the Flothinger I've been tracking for the past 3 months. How can I help? Well, no. What's a Flothinger? A Flothinger is a creature whose existence revolves around one simple goal: inciting chaos among the local stinkbug population. Why, well, I need to capture one to ask it. Hey, what's my part in this? Nobody has ever seen a Flothinger, but I have to be the first to find it. If anyone from the Academy gets a hold of it, they will have pinned it up in their museum. I can't let any creature suffer like that, cryptid or otherwise. I love that about her too, because, you know, you see people who collect butterflies and they have them pinned, which scientifically is great, and it is a great way to really study. But at the same time, I love that she wants to just study and then let it go. That shows she has such empathy for all the beings around her. My work is finally about to pay off. I just need to get this trap in position. Can you place this in the ruins near the Dia farm? The ones up the little mountain. I heard humans are good climbers. Why the runes? I wasn't going to tell anyone this, but since you asked, I believe this creature escaped from an ancient human vault. Ooh. Perhaps you two are kindred spirits. Let me know when the trap is set, okay?
Keep your eyes open.
Well, you know what? I'm going to change that up so that I can go, because I've got to go up in that area anyway. So let's change my quest. I'll take away furniture making for right now. And let's put this one up here. So I've got to go up to that area to talk to Gina. And you'll see here, there's that blue icon with the flag in it. That tells me also where I need to go. And I can also open my map if I want to find it on there. And this shows me also. Sometimes it'll pinpoint exactly where you're going to want to go. Other times it's just somewhere in that yellow circle. And you'll have to figure that out. So let's hop over here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Moment here. Let me go ahead and get that axe recipe real quick, because I'm definitely going to want that in order to upgrade. Something that you'll notice often while I'm streaming is that I do kind of have that, oh wait, I wanted to do this first. Oh wait, let me take care of that. And that is the ADHD. Trust me, I get it.
Another beautiful day.
How's the day treating you? Now, I've already talked to him for this Palian day, so he's not going to say anything new there.
Try
Oh,
not to
hello,
work too
first time
hard out
chatter.
there.
Hi, Peachy. I'm doing good. How are you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get that axe. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome to the party. How did you find the channel? Always glad to have new people that come around and say hello. So, do you go by just Peachy? Do you go by Nico? Oh, well, I'm so glad you found us. Welcome on in. going really well. Today is only my second stream. I'm very new to this. I've definitely played Palia before on my main, and I love the game so much that I wanted to kind of stream and help other new players find, like what's going on. Okay, Peachy, it's wonderful to have you here. Right now I'm focusing mostly on Palia, but I'm planning on maybe adding in some other cozy games. Haven't decided what yet. Possibly, I know like Little to the Left I really liked. And that's a fun one, especially just to kind of talk to others. Um, Real quick though, we see that my bar up here is glowing, and that tells me I'm in that range where I want to be. And we'll notice right up here in the corner, we see that swirling glitter, and this tells me where I want to place down that trap. And then I can return to Eloisa. And then here's the other one to come in here to talk to Gina and see what happened with that puzzle. So one of the nice things is I am a retired teacher, so I enjoy that I have the opportunity to kind of make almost an educational content about games I enjoy, to make sure that any kind of new player has an opportunity to learn something new. Oh, you do? What kind of stuff do you make?
I'm always here to help.
Alright, it wasn't like this last time Hecla and I explored the area. It seems activating the puzzle in the waterfall room lit up part of the relief. I bet there are other spots like it that light up the rest. Absolutely. If you wanna send your Discord name, or let me open up mine. And let's see. I'm gonna be able to here we go. Let's see. For my Palia pals, let me go ahead. I'm gonna invite. And here we go. Oh, and I will definitely send you an invite right now to peachynico_. So anyone else who's in the chat who may want to join in just to kind of chat, that would be fantastic. I can invite people. Let's see. You know what, Peachy, I will make sure I add you after the stream is over as well. Alright, try interacting with one. We'll stand at a safe or helpful distance. Let's go a quick chat with Gina. There's nothing here that's more dangerous at night than during the day. Let's see. Let me make sure that I send that. If I don't get it right now, I will definitely have to after the stream. Let's see. Oh, here, maybe this. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right after the stream. Okay. So that this way I don't like stop talking and get everything. But definitely, I have that written down. And I will add you right after the stream. Alright, so fearing the dark is highly illogical. Though that's not to say that animals, such as myself, are always capable of logic. I won't. I definitely will. I have it written down. Alright, so here we see that we have the water temple, and we see this awesome mural of the phoenix. And we have 3 more spots that we should be able to activate. So that means 3 more temples. If we come over here, whoop, don't need that out right now. We see one has a kitsune, one has a bird, and one has a galder. So that kind of gives us a little hint as to what we're going to be looking at. Oh, awesome! You sent me one. Sure, let me grab that right now. There we go. Added to thank you. Alright, so we can talk to Eloisa once she's up in the morning. We also want to interact with this mysterious stone device. So there's now a stone device in the Vault of Waves, so we'll have to go back there. The Vault of Waves is where we were last time, and we'll come across this bridge. We see Hecla and Gina's tent right over back here. And then off this way is where our temple is. Oh, those are awesome. Oh, those are wonderful. I'm definitely gonna have to look through, and I'll get in touch with you for those. So I would definitely like to make some emotes and things for the channel. Oh, those are brilliant. All right, I'm just gonna fly over the little river here and head back in. The mysterious stone device. Okay, it is 3 a.m. Yeah, those are amazing. I'm definitely gonna look through. Oh my gosh, the blue one with the little teddy bear is adorable. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, so interact with the mysterious stone device. Where is the stone device? It doesn't show it on the map. Okay, this still says the same thing. It was added for protection. And the king will free us when it's safe. So let's fly across here again. Maybe there's something down here. Stone device. The only spot I remember seeing any kind of real stone was this big one over here. But nope, it's not that one. Let me take a look at my quest. If you don't know what you have to do next, if you go to your quest, you'll be able to take a look at it here. So Vault of the Waves. Inspect the mysterious stone devices near the constellation. So that tells us where we need to go. So I'm going to actually use the portal, or not the portal, but the waterfall here to fly back up there and take a look at what's near that puzzle. So, a stone device near the puzzle. Now Am I in the right spot? I might actually be in the wrong spot. Inspect a mysterious stone device near the constellation. Oh, I am in the wrong spot. this stone device that I want to interact with is still back there by where we just saw Gina and Hecla. And now things like that, you know, it's easy to make mistakes with that at times because, you know, you read like Vault of the Waves. So my brain went, oh, go back to the Vault of the Waves. That's not what they were asking me to do. They want me to look at the stone device there in the Night Sky Temple. We also see that Reth is awake and Eloise is awake, so we'll definitely want to talk to them as well, so we can get those two quests going. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to head back over here to go back to that Night Sky Temple where I just left Gina. And right now, I'm not too worried about doing any of the hunting or bug catching right now, mostly because I want to focus on a few of these quests to get those going. And yeah, it is a very easy mistake to make. But the nice thing is, too, is that you get those hints when you look at the quest. And if you're not sure, usually there's something that'll kind of help you, you know, click and go, oh, right, that's where I should be. And if not, definitely ask in the chat. People on this game are so wonderful and helpful that if you have questions, they're more than happy to answer. So this is the stone device that she wanted us to interact with. So if I click on this, I see that constellation of the fish, and I see these different things I can click on. And these tell me what I need to find to unlock these bundles. So I'm going to want to find a garden mantis, a vampire crab, a mutated angler, and a void ray. That will complete this one. And this shows you what I get once I complete this bundle. So I'll get 100 gold. I'll get 10 tuning forks, which is to help you find fishing nodes. And then a major hook time booster, a minor rod health booster, a major rod recovery booster, a major safe zone size booster, which those come in handy so often when you're trying to catch those starfish, star quality fish, and then a major safe zone speed booster. So that's just for this one. The nice thing is you don't need to have these in your inventory when you want to add these. As long as they're in your chest back home, you can access them for the bundles. So this one is going to need sushi, a blue marlin, a striped shell snail, a green pearl, an inky dragonfly, a star quality trout dinner, hydrate pro fertilizer, 5 of those, and a giant goldfish. And then we'll need a fisherman's brew, an enchanted pupfish, a shimmer fin, and a long-nosed unicorn fish. Those are really challenging to catch. You can only get those in Bahari Bay, and they are, as you see here, it is an epic level fish, meaning that they're very challenging to catch. And then we'll have bundles for each of these other ones as well. So we finished that. Let's talk to Gina.
Hi.
So it's some kind of ancient vault. A vault that only opens when you put more stuff into it. Humans are weird. No offense. I mean, sometimes we are kind of weird. None taken. I mean, that's why I like you. Fully focused on exploration. Well, why don't you try collecting some of the items shown in the carvings in your spare time? Sure. I've been thinking about the other symbols I've seen on this mural. I've seen them decorating the other doors around Bahari Bay. Locked doors. Now that we know how to open one, I bet we can open the others too. We just need another battery attuned to that door. And it just so happens I was asking around and heard that Hassian might have a lead. Do you think you can go ask him about it? I'd go, but, well, I always get the feeling he finds me annoying. Yeah, Hacian's not very friendly. Um, I can be way more annoying. I know we haven't really gotten to know each other well yet, but I don't think you're annoying at all. Aw, you're so sweet, Gina. Anyway, I'll keep looking for more leads on the other batteries while you follow up with Hacian. If you find another battery, feel free to explore without me. Just tell me all about what you find after. So, there's another way other than just writing all this stuff down to make sure that you find it. If you go to paliatracker.com, you can find what you need. It will tell you like where certain bugs and fish will spawn. It's an excellent site to help you kind of keep track and also let you go through and kind of get an idea of who wants what each week, and also lets you kind of check off. Okay, so I've caught this fish. You can mark it off, and then it's a lot easier to keep track of what you have and haven't found. Now this entrance off this way, oh wow, those lights are going on as I walk down here. If I come all the way down here, what is this? Oh, I can't even read anything on that door right now, so this is probably going to be something to check out later. Alright, let's head back out. Go to Eloisa. We'll also go to Reth. Oh, and my gardening one popped up again, so I want to change that again. So that while I'm here in town, I can talk to Reth. After this, we'll upgrade our axe. Try to get more sapwood.
Seen anything worth investigating?
Perfect. It's only a matter of time before the Flothinger can finally know peace. I'll make sure you know when the trap goes off. Thanks for helping me chase the truth. Oh, and I got smoke candles out of that. No, they're not a sponsor of the Pajama Party. Just like a fan-made website that really helps, keep track of things. No time to talk. Sorry, a rare fauna bloom is occurring, and I need to be the first to find it.
Don't be afraid to pull the thread and see what unravels.
Alright, I am going to again try to just kind of... This way we're not distracted by server chat. And here is Reth. Reth can often be found here between like 6, 4, at least by 6 a.m. till about 8 a.m. Hey, did you, find the thing? Here it is. Wow, you found it. This is my lucky day. No death for me. Unless it's by one of my own cooking recipes. I found this baby in the back of Zeki's and thought it couldn't hurt to check it out. But while I was looking at it, I dropped it. I tried to hide the evidence by hiding the device. I thought Zeki might just forget he had it. But all he's been talking about for a week is how someone swiped it. He said he's going to turn the thief into a scratching post. You gotta help me. I'm too pretty to be a scratching post. Reth is very pretty. Alright, I'll help. Great. If I could get some glass and some pallium, I could probably fix this up. Now that's going to take me a while to get. Let's see. Let's chat with Reth. I see you staring at my apron, and yes, if you really want to know, I do wear it out dancing. Dancing aprons are actually quite the hot trend. Sheesh, I thought you had style, sweet tooth.
I have to leave for mysterious reasons.
Alright, so let's take a look here. We can see there are some people we haven't met yet. So we'll eventually have to go and try to meet all of them. Let's see, let's take a look at our quests. Now, getting pallium and glass panes, that's going to take me a little while, so I'm going to take this one off of the board. And I'm going to take the happy housewarming one back up, because I definitely want to see what I can give to the other villagers. So I'm going to go through here with my weekly wants. And I'm just going to make a quick note to myself what the different characters want so that I can pick them up as I go along and then hopefully get those 5 things turned in. So Ani wants a bark cicada. Badger we don't know yet. Kaleri wants a shell, and that's going to be super easy to get when we go to Bahari to look for the loot pile. Delilah wants a rosy bitterling. Einar is looking for a silvery minnow. Eloisa would like a dusk ray. Eshe would like some cooked oysters. And I do have enough of those right now that I could make those. Hasian is looking for Sarnuk antlers. Hecla wants a raw oyster. And this should make it super easy for me to actually fill this one. Because I do think I have most of these simple ones, like the oysters, the shells. Those should be in my inventory already. Hodari wants a chapatail. And this is the spotted one that you'll find here in Kilima, not the striped one that you almost only find in Bahari. You will occasionally find the striped chapa here in Kilima as well, but it is a little more rare. So we want a mountain morel. Kenley we don't know yet. Nijuma we gave a gift to already. Reth wants some garlic. Sifa we don't know. Tao wanted some Sarnuk meat. Tish we don't know yet. And then obviously those villagers that we haven't met, they don't show up on our map yet. If we do look at our map though, we also see like there's a villager we haven't met who's right here. So let's go pop into this shop and see who we haven't met. That is Gel.
Oh, yes. Hello there.
Hello, I'm Gel Omiata. Yes, Omiata is in the House of Omiata. You know, the most renowned fashion empire in the whole Bahari province. You haven't heard of the House of Omiata? Well, I suppose you did just materialize out of thin air yesterday, so you have a valid excuse. Tell me, what do you think of the fashion on display at the shop? Either I love it or it's a bit quaint. I'm going to say I love it. Either you're lying to flatter me or you have very provincial taste. When I was in Bahari, my mind was always buzzing with new ideas. I don't know, maybe I do have provincial taste. Nothing wrong with that. Here, I just feel stuck. ABC, always be creating. A good mantra to have when you live for art. I would love to see Tish get the appreciation she deserves. She has a liking for spiral shells and other pretty seaside trinkets. Perhaps you can get her some. This is another thing that I really like about the characters in this game. Is they don't just ask for things for themselves, they ask for things for their friends as well.
Fair traveler.
So when I go in here to look at relationships, you'll notice if I find Gel, I don't see anything that he wants for himself, but if I go down here to Tish, it shows that she wants a shell as well. So he didn't ask for anything for himself, he asked for something to be brought to Tish. Let's go over here. We see Hasian is over there. I think we do have another villager here that we haven't met though, and that would be Zeki.
You want something?
My shop's closed for today, and I kind of got my hands full right now. Stop by the general store tomorrow and we'll talk. Any tips on how to make money? I'm assuming you got a shipping bin on your property. You can always make money off of just about anything you put in there. Bugs, mushrooms, veggies, you name it. Heard some humans even made a fortune off food they grow themselves. If you're going down that route, might I suggest buying some seeds from me? Oh, and if you're out and about in town, you could try selling stuff to one of the other shopkeepers in town, me included. Well, thanks for the advice. Sure thing, pal. Considering the amount of humans who come to me for financial advice, I had to start charging you guys for my services. But I'd be swimming in coins in no time. Well, good luck making money, Kat. I'll be rooting for you. If you're looking to buy more than just farming junk, come to me after hours and I'll hook you up. Alright, so for Zeki, what does he want? I'm feeling fancy today and that calls for a feast. Some fresh oysters would go down real smooth.
Got some stuffs I need to take care of.
So let's take a quick look. Does he want cooked oysters or just plain oysters? He wants an unopened oyster. So I'm going to add that to my list. And I will work on collecting these up. I do still have that coin, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to see what's in the lucky box. Oh, and oh, this is awesome. I got my first plush, and it is an Order Cernic plush. So I mentioned that you can get plushes from the lucky box, and the Order Cernic is one of those. You can only get those from the lucky box. Now, I see two other villagers that I haven't talked to. One is like right here, so I'm going to go talk to them before I head back home. And this is Kenyatta.
You have something interesting to say.
So, you're new, right? I'm Kenyatta, glorified City Hall receptionist. My parents run this place. If you have a problem, you should probably go to one of them. But if you want to get up some trouble, hit me up. I like Kenyatta a lot. My mom's making me work here so I can prepare for a career in governance. I think I'd rather pry out my own eyeballs and feed them to a gillyfin than wind up like her. Everywhere I look around my room, I see my mom's style. It'd be nice to add a few touches of my own, you know? Even if it was just a sundrop lily or something. So, Kenyatta would like a sundrop lily. And again, something super easy to get.
Okay, bye.
Kenley is... Oh, there's Eshe. Eshe is her mom. We've met Eshe, and she's something. Not a very pleasant something, but something. And then here is Kenley. That is her father.
As long as you do your best, that's good enough.
Sit down and chat. I always have time for my constituents. Could you come back later? I'm a bit busy applying my seal to the documents Eshe has given me to approve. And he says he has forgotten to eat, and he would also like some grilled oysters. So I'm definitely going to want to collect some oysters up when I go into Bahari.
Maybe I'll take a little nap.
And let's go talk to Hasian. Then we'll head back to our plot, set some things aside, make our new axe, and then head into Bahari.
Just be quick about it.
What is it? Have you seen a flow battery around? That depends on why you're looking for it. Oh, hello again, Firewolf. How are you? I see. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you're interested in human history. Unfortunately, while I've seen the battery you're looking for, it's no longer in any condition to be used. Now, I have a feeling if I ask if he broke it, that's only going to make things worse between us, so I'm going to ask what happened. Unfortunately, Tao has a habit of digging holes around the bay. He often finds interesting things while doing so. The other night, he brought back one of his spoils, a flow battery. Half of one. So, Tao has likely reburied the other half somewhere in Bahari Bay. If you're going to go looking for it, I suggest checking by my camp in the north. If you discover the other half, perhaps my mother can use her smithy to repair it. Alright, so he wants to know if we've seen Tao. He is much more than a pet to me. He's my dear friend and companion. Please alert me if you see him in the forest. I wouldn't want any harm to come to him. So even though, you know, Hastian's kind of like gruff all the time, he definitely loves his little plume hound. If you're looking for something to do with Saranac antlers, I have it on good authority. My mother is making an antler chandelier. So not only does he want some antlers, it looks like his mother wants some. And does she want... Let's see. She just wants the regular Saranac antlers as well. So we'll definitely want to go hunting some Saranac today as well.
Just be quick about it.
I wanted to talk
suppose
to
we'll
Tal.
cross paths sooner or later.
Alright, Tal sniffs your hand. Aww. Alright, let's head back to our plot. Now the nice thing about anything star quality, like that star quality glow bug, is that you can display those on your plot, or on any plot you own. So it's nice to collect all the different starred items and then be able to display them. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plop this one down here. So you can see I've got my little glow bug that I can show off. And my very first plushie. And is an Order Saranac, and it is so cute. It's kind of gray and purple, and oh, it's so cute. Let's put these items into here. Make my new axe, so I want to upgrade that. Ooh, but you know what? I bet I won't be able to just yet because I don't have any copper bars. So I'm going to need more planks, and I need more copper bars before I can upgrade my axe. Fortunately, I do have some copper, so I'm going to go ahead and not smelt it up right now because I don't have the capability with just the basic smelter. So I'm going to need to find Hodari as well and see about upgrading my smelter. Let's grab some of these tomatoes. And the nice thing about tomatoes is they will regrow several times before we have to replant. I'm going to put those in here. I'll be able to return to Badru. One other activity that you want to do every day along with picking up the loot piles is to come over here and look at your dailies. We want to find a garden ladybug and kill him a catfish, and that will give us 3 of the 3 tickets, and we can use those to further customize our character by picking out different colors in Gel Shop, or just going into your wardrobe. And you can change that to change your hair color, or to change the makeup that you have on. So I will definitely want to do that. And let's see, one more time. What was it? It was a kill him a catfish and a ladybug. Okay. Let's go ahead then. I did that. Let's see what I have in my pockets already. I will have a Sundrop Lily to give to Kenyatta. I do have some shells. I do have some oysters. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go into Bahari and start looking for that loot pile and then grabbing some more oysters and shells for them, as well as making sure that I collect some Saranacs on the way and maybe even some choppas to try to get that choppa tail. So I'm going to take my bow out and have that ready. Badger is back. Oh, he's crossing over here. I'll catch up with him in a bit though. Let's go ahead and take care of the Bahari loot pile. And if you see this like pretty orange glow, that tells you that there is the garden activity event happening. And you can come and help others water plants. And then you'll be able to get various plants to decorate your plot with, or to use for cooking. Like you can get star quality spice sprouts and star quality garlic over here. And then you'll use those in your cooking. Or you get these beautiful flowering bushes that you can grow and eventually decorate your plot with. Now you'll notice for anything that's star quality, you'll see this kind of like a sparkle around them. Like you might see in the back here, you'll see the sparkles coming off the one all the way at the top of the screen. That tells you that you're going to have a star quality item right there. You will not get star quality flowers or star quality sundrop lilies. So this is always going to be either a garlic or a spice sprout. Grabbing all of these, of course, will help increase your foraging skill. So even if you don't necessarily need the items, it is great to pick these up to increase your foraging. One thing to remember though is that yes, this will fill up your inventory very, very quickly. So especially early game, be careful to make sure that you're not overflowing your inventory. And in this case, when I look at it, I will likely see that I have a pretty full inventory right now. And make sure to say thank you to everyone who helped water. And then I'm going to go ahead and I can actually send some of these back with my pet. I can only send 4 back at a time. So I'm going to send these 4. And then that clears up a bit of my inventory. And then I can do that every 10 minutes. Once I unlock the Galder pet, I will be able to open up 8 spots. But in the meantime, you know, the 4 helps, especially early game. Now this one, you'll notice this Cernuk is a slightly different color. These are Elder Cernuk, and they are a lot harder to take down than the regular Cernuk. You'll see they have a lot of health in that bar. Whereas this one will take 2 shots. This one has already taken 3 or 4. And then we'll see he's over here. Now the nice thing is other people can help you hunt. And if others help you hunt, you both get the loot. And now my hunting is actually up a bit higher, which is perfect. As you get that up, you can continue to increase your skill. And then you will get better items as well. Oh, I wonder if we can actually... That's a medium one. I wonder if our equipment is enough to break this one. Oh, it is. Now I also see that I can talk to Hacian again. Since I do need to bring stuff back to my plot, since I am filling up quick, I'm going to go talk to him, because likely I can also upgrade my bow at this point. And then Hodari also wants to talk. Oh, I missed something over here. I think someone probably hit one of those Cernuk that I frightened off. Alright. I got more Cernuk hide and more Cernuk meat. Since I'm going back to Hacian right now, I can also make sure that I give Tao the meat he wanted. And you'll notice that the antler I have in my inventory is different from the one that they asked for. The one that they want is from these just regular Sarnak. The elder antlers are a different category, basically. So let's see, what
Talking to
does
me?
Hodari have to say? Ain't given up on mining yet. Got some new recipes in stock that might interest you. So I definitely want this copper bar recipe. And I want the ceramic recipe so that I can, now I can make copper. And I can also smelt clay into ceramic. So I'm going to chat with Hodari. My daughter making that glider, she's got her mother's talent.
Okay.
And Hastian has left the area he's normally at, but I can use this to find him. And he is already back here at the inn. So let's head that way. We'll go to the inn. I don't think I have not talked to Nayo yet, so let's go meet Nayo as well on the way.
Can I help you?
Oh hey, you must be new in town. I'm Nayo.
Oh.
My family runs the Daya farm over on the west side of Kilima. If you need someone to show you around the barn or teach you how to ride a riff rock, I'm your guy.
Nice.
I'm also good at lifting heavy stuff if you need anything heavy lifted. Oh, and here's a carrot for Sugarfoot. Give her one of these and you'll be her new best buddy. This is usually the time Kenyatta sneaks out of work and hangs out with me. Maybe she's got actual work to do today. Alright, so he would like a juicy steak, but he's out of Mujin
Mom
meat,
needs my
so
help. Gotta go.
if we can find some Mujin meat, we can definitely give that to him. Alright, let's talk to Badru. He's here at the inn.
How are your crops doing?
It sure has been a while. Let us catch up, shall we? Chat with Badger. In the afternoon, I make a quick stop in town to make my deliveries, but it doesn't hurt to stop by the inn and have a pint while I'm out. I grew some crops. Well, I'll be. These look mighty delicious. Have this. I can't wait to see what you'll grow next. Ha! That worked a lot better this time, and he gave us a wheat seed. Oh, he wants to make tomato salad for dinner, but his last tomatoes got eaten by a rogue choppa. So I think then,
bananas and peel out.
if I go over here to Badru, he is looking for a tomato, and I just harvested some of those, so I know I can bring him one of those as well. Oh, well, hello, new friend.
Yeah.
And Ibarus is actually my very handsome husband. Oh, he left. Oh, there he is. Okay. So you'll probably see him often on stream.
Speak your business.
You're here. Good.
What?
If you insist on going down the path of a hunter, you will need better equipment. I'm willing to sell you recipes to make your gear like mine, but remember, tools mean nothing if their owner doesn't have the skill to wield them. Do you still need something? Now, I don't have enough gold yet to get that standard arrow, unfortunately. Maybe. Will he take... Oh, he will take some of the hide, which is good. He will also take the fancy antlers. So I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to sell these to him. And then this way, now I have the gold for it. So I'm going to get that standard arrow recipe. That's going to be good because that means I can hit the Saranook usually with one shot now. And that will definitely make it easier to go hunting. Tao wanted some meat, so let's go ahead and give him that. You'll see there's a little thumbs up next to the number. So that means he likes it. If you have a heart next to it, that means they love it and it'll give you more points. So watch out for those. Give them what they have a heart next to first. But you usually only get one want for each level that you're at. So like right now, I'll likely only get one weekly want from Tao because I only have a level 1 friendship with them. Alright, I also have mail, so let's go ahead and head back there to see what that is. And you'll see under Happy Housewarming, it shows that I've given 1 out of 5 gifts to villagers. Oh, there is Kenyatta. Kenyatta should be over here right now. So yeah, after the day is over, she winds up over here. And so I can
You
go
haven't
ahead
seen
and I
my
can give
mama,
her...
right?
I can go ahead and I can give her the Billy she's looking for.
Whatever. I was
Alright.
already leaving.
And now you can notice up here, in addition to the letter, I have, it looks like a person in a house. That means there's someone at my plot waiting to talk to me. Usually early game, it's after you've given them a gift, they come to say hello to you at your plot, to acknowledge that you're trying to become friends with them. And sometimes it takes a bit to load. It's because there's a lot of people playing on the server. So here's Kenyatta. Hey you, glad to see you're home. You've been blowing up my figurative inbox with gifts, so I thought it was my turn to give you something special. You see, my starstone is amethyst, which is objectively the most awesome one of all, of course. Amethyst is the stone of the aristocrat constellation, who is all about charm and beauty. I thought you might like some amethyst-colored wallpaper to, you know, bring some charm and beauty into your home. And remind you of me, of course. And yeah, so each one has their own star stone, and that is something we can find out more about at the library. After you give them your first gift, they are going to give you wallpaper in their star stone color, and we've already gotten one from Najuma. Now, purple is my favorite color, so I'm going to put some of this up around my house.
Whatever. I was already leaving.
And let's see what I have in the mail. So I have... Dear cat, you may not have seen me as I stalk my prey in the forest, but I've seen you brandishing your makeshift bow with abandon, scaring every beast in sight. If you must share my hunting grounds, I would like to teach you to do so more effectively. Come see me at once to improve your pitiful arrows. And that's what we had just got. Dear cat, now that you've got all those vegetables, you're going to need some place to store them. You could store them in a tree, but might I suggest a pantry instead? In all seriousness, I made you a pantry out of spruce to spruce up your kitchen. I hope you like it. And yes, and Garsh, you talk about the friendship mechanic and how it advances the stories. Let me clear up my inbox here, and then I'm going to show you in the relationships tab. Hodari, dear cat, got some new recipes in stock if you want to come check them out. Might do you good to upgrade that pick of yours. Plus, being able to forge a few iron bars to sell will never hurt anybody's wallet. Shane, dear cat, how are you settling into the village? I hope you found the residents here as friendly and welcoming as I know them to be. There's one final resident you've yet to meet. Should you have the time and the will, I ask that you speak with the dragon at his shrine north of the village. You may not be his child, but I'm sure he'll welcome you to Kilima just the same. And yeah, we definitely want to check that out because that, remember, will increase our focus. Dear cat, no meal is complete without some of these babies. They'll make your dishes feel like an adventure in each bite. If you need a taste tester, you know where to find me. And he sent us some spice sprouts. Eloisa, salutations! Strange things are afoot with the snails of Kilima. Naturally, that means there's a tough woggle about. Perhaps even a whole gaggle of them. Keep this on you at all times to ward them away. And remember, question everything. Eloisa. I like that question everything because, yeah, you should question things. Salutations. I regret to inform you that the Flothinger is still out there. The trap you helped me set only managed to capture Ani, the pun farmer's son. The logical conclusion is that he is a cryptid who is yet to be identified. Perhaps Flothingers can shapeshift into Mejiri. Delilah is furious, despite my assurance that I have years of experience with cryptids and had taken the utmost care in making the trap non-lethal. If you see her, please offer my sincerest apologies and ask if she'd like to have Ani examined. I'll continue monitoring the valley. With so many mysteries afoot, perhaps we need a place to store our findings. Keep your mind metaphysical, Eloisa. Alright, my inventory is full, so let's pop some of these back in here. I will put that pantry down. Oh, and my focus bar is pretty low right now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to eat that soup to get some of my focus up. I will pop down this pantry. And the makeshift stuff is so cute with a spoon for a handle. And then a wrench as part of your hook. It's really cute. They did a great job with those. Kenyatta Starstone wallpaper gives you this pretty pinkish purple, so I'm going to put that up for now in here. And then I will put that back into my chest. The nice thing is, things like this, anything that is decor is not going to take up extra room in your chest. You can see I have 381 items out of 400, so I will want to make some more chests. But also I can go ahead and sell some of these things off. Like right now I don't need a crab, a grasshopper, I don't need the moths, I don't need the beetle. So I'm going to go ahead and sell those. I can get rid of the knapweed that I had. And again, those will all give me some money, which is good because like right now, 246. Once that goes through in the next 22 minutes, I'll have enough gold to upgrade my pack. Or I could take these and take them over to Zeki's and sell them there. But for right now, I'm going to just leave it there. You get the makeshift items. Some of them you get from Zeki's underground, which we haven't gotten to yet. Others you fish up, and you can find them more often if you use no bait at all. But you do occasionally get them as well when you are using the various baits to catch different fish. So you can definitely use that to continue getting more makeshift items. And there are a ton of makeshift items to get. It's going to take forever, but I do want to put down that wheat seed that Badger gave us. And actually, I can add a couple more. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. I should be able to put all of those down. Alright, and then advancing friendships to continue quests. That is a great one to ask about. If I come here in my relationships, you'll see I have various levels of relationship goals. Each time you level one up, you get something different. In this case, at level 2, I'll get more renown. At 3, I'll get a key to Ashura's room, which means I can talk to him privately. Also, that's where I'll get some of those recipes. At level 4 and 5, he gives me different items. And it also unlocks story quests so that you can learn more about the characters, more about the lore of Kilima, and about who they are just as people. The same thing happens for those that you can romance. As you're able to romance them, it unlocks more storyline quests. It's beneficial if you want to unlock all the quests, especially if you're a completionist, to romance all of the different characters. And you'll get different quest lines for each one. Unfortunately, tilling the soil doesn't give you any extra experience. You only get the extra farming experience when you harvest, but it's still worthwhile to make sure that you're doing it, because it it does, you're going to want to plant so that you can get more items to make recipes with, and even just to keep boosting that. Oh my goodness, sorry. Boosting that skill. Alright, and you can also see that my watering can is almost empty, so I'm gonna have to go refill before I can finish that. Fortunately, your original makeshift things, see my watering can is now empty, they're not gonna break. As you get more advanced items, they will eventually break when you run out of so if you go in here, you can see, oh, these don't have yet because they can't break. You'll see how much durability they still have. And if it breaks, you still have the ability to fix it. It just won't be quite to the same level. So, like for example, as your bow gets more advanced and you need to upgrade it, if it breaks, it'll just go down to the level before and have that same quality. So it won't necessarily do as much damage, it won't shoot quite as far, and that's just something that you work with as you go. So now I did get the thing to make copper, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start some copper smelting in here. And it shows that it's for every 5. So you want this to be at a multiple of 5. You don't have to pull the extras out. It'll just tell you to do it later. But I'm going to go ahead and pull those out now. I'm going to want to go commune with the Dragon Shrine. I do want to look for Tao's trail. I can't do this one yet. I can do the signal bell, but let me go ahead, get the Bahari loot pile, and get what I need there, because that will definitely help me finish filling those 5 items. And then we'll continue from there. Now, during the time when I'm not streaming there, I will likely go ahead and do some farming, maybe do some, do some of the crafting. But most of it I'll be doing here on stream. It'll just be mostly, kind of taking care of some of those extra bits and bobs. Like, you're not going to be too interested most likely in checking out like what the different colors are, so I'll end up getting those separately, and then we'll look at it together to see like what colors to check out. And yeah, it does look like I have a floating pet. This actually came with a dress. So the outfit I have on, this one here, came with a pet, kind of like the Call of Adventure one has. And if I go into my wardrobe later, I can either, keep it or make it disappear. And each different color comes with a different colored butterfly. I do have I have up to 315 renown now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one twice. My maximum focus is now 250. And that quest is completed. I'll go ahead and do it again. My focus is now to 300. So when I look at this, I had only 150 before. I now have up to 300, and my focus is at 30%. I did get more renown for finishing that. And so I do have more of that. I could spend another 100 here and then another at the Phoenix Temple, which is what I think I'm going to do. So I can boost my focus up a bit more. I can now have 350 points in my focus bar, and then I'll eventually go and get the other one over at the Phoenix Temple. And yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Like Firewolf said, it'll be like the basic maintenance of getting the shrines sorted out. And let's see. I'm still looking for antlers. So I'll make sure I'm hitting these Sarnak whenever I can. Eventually the hide will be good to turn into leather. I don't have that ability right now, but I will eventually. Alright, and I'll come through here. Now it is after 12 a.m. in game, so that Grove will have spawned, but unfortunately right now I don't have the ability to do anything with that. I also don't think right now I'm going to be able to collect any of the iron. One thing I can do is these right here. The lunar fairy moths do have an opportunity to drop a plush. The lunar fairy moth plushes are enormous. They can take a lot of these though before they go down. But that did bring my bug catching level up to 2. These are briar daisies. These are definitely good to have. Eventually I'll be able to use those to make slowdown arrows, which will be really handy for going after the Sarnak. So I'll definitely want to start collecting those where I can. And where? I just heard it start flying away. There it is. Now this one is going to give me silk, but these are more advanced bugs, and that does make them harder to catch. Yeah, I'm going through a lot of these trying to get that. But that is my first rare bug. That gives me an achievement, and I did get that silk thread, which I can eventually turn into silk. That's going to be useful later on for crafting. Ability if I'm teamed. I'm not sure because I still have only the basic axe. So I'm not sure if it'll even register that I hit it, but it might. So I might have to give that a try. Alright, and then if I look over here, I don't see, but I'm betting it's right under here because it did say his spot in the north. But this also shows that I need to go way over that way. So I'm going to just kind of take a look around for that rummage pile first and go from there. Alright, so coming straight down here, just like in Kilima, there's only certain spots here in Bahari where you're going to find the loot pile. And it's all going to be along this coast here. Starting from about this spot, going around here, and up along here, all the way up to the top. Interestingly enough, you're not going to find them down here. I've never seen them spawn there before. So I'll kind of walk along and show you the spots where they most likely will spawn. This green glowing one, this is a lantern bug. This also has the opportunity to drop a plush, so it's always great to grab those as well. Again though, I only have the 2 rows, so I do want to be very careful about how much I'm putting in my inventory, especially since I can only send 4 items at a time back home. So this is the very first spot where you might find the loot pile, and here we are, it is right here. Often, especially on the northern side, you will find it has like moss at the bottom. Down here in this spot, for some reason, it only ever shows the stick and the flag. This gave me a message in a bottle, so I'm going to go here to my special items and open that up. To whom it may concern, I have had much time to reflect on the circumstances that brought me to writing this letter, but I find myself still too ashamed to put them to paper. It has been a week since the ship I chartered was overturned by a perilous storm at sea. When I next opened my eyes, I found myself on the white sands of this misery forsaken island, alone. Every other attempt I have made to capture the attention of a rescue has failed, and thus I turned in desperation to this single sheet of paper that was kept miraculously dry in the safety of my breast pocket. If you are reading this, send help. To be clear, I mean let some authority know where I am. That is to say, somewhere in the Bahari Sea. Just send boats and look for the island with help spelled on the shore with rocks. This is not a request for your bank account details. I am actually stranded. I repeat, this is not a scam. I have not been able to brush my teeth in over a week, and I fear what my dentist will say when I return home. Dying would also be an inconvenience. Sincerely, Echelon Bahari. There appear to be multiple drafts of the letter written on the back and then scratched out. Dearest kind benefactor, this is Lord Bahari of Bahari City, and I humbly request your assistance in this matter. Does this sound too much like a scam? To anyone from Hungary. Subject: I've run out of coconut-based recipes. Kenyatta, don't laugh, but I need your help. Do not tell my mother or your mother. So, related to Kenyatta, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have to talk to her about what it is. Other spots where you might find the loot pile, though, are along here. It might spawn right about here, next to this walkway. It can spawn just on the other side of the walkway, which is right here. It'll normally spawn about here. Or it will spawn near the... so you see this area right here, it'll spawn right about here. And then there are always useful things to pick up over here. Definitely pick up any shells. One thing you'll definitely need later are these dragon beard peat moss. And there is also my first rare forage. Those are definitely going to come in handy later, so pick up those whenever you can. Those will spawn over here. You'll see them up on this ledge, either in the front or in the back. You might find it on this little ledge down here. You can find it in several spots on this mound coming up. Hopping through here is a good idea. Sometimes the water is a little too much and you drown, and it brings you back up to where you were last. So you might find some here. There's another one we can see over here. Now it does have that glow. It might despawn before I get to it. Nope, I managed to grab it. And my foraging is now at level 4. So I'm going to need to talk to Ashura very soon. Also, it's always good to check inside some of these runes over here, because up here there's an opening, and sometimes you will find things in these spots. Like, I'm hearing that sound right now that told me that there was a chest nearby. So it sounds like somewhere, and it may be all the way up on top. So I'm going to need to find a way to get up there. I might be able to get it from up this way. There is also a big opening in this one here. Maybe we'll find something here. Now, it has been a long time since I've gotten all of the chests, so I don't remember where they all are. Oh, thank you. They are cool, aren't they? Those are the dark sylph wings. It looks like I may be able to get up there from the tower. So let's go ahead and give that a try. And there's a lot too. I don't want to get too distracted and keep wandering off on different tangents. But I do have some of those shells that I need now. I do have more of the oysters. So I can make the oysters for Eshe and... Oh, I lost my stamina there. If I come around this way though, I think there's an easier way to get up there. Let's see. And I think there's a chest over here somewhere. Yeah, I do see one. And do I see anything else up here? I do love the chest that you get in Bahari, the ones covered in seaweed. They're so pretty. Oh, and I have 5 more oysters from that and 130 gold. You know, always, always, always use that. Yes, it is so easy to get distracted. And especially, I mean, the views in this game too. It's just, there's so much like, ooh, what's over here to look at? Ooh, what's over there to look at? Ooh, what is this? It's very easy to get sidetracked. There is a flow tree, but again, I don't have the ability to cut that right now. But I am going to do, I don't have any flares, but I'm going to do what's polite and call it out for others who need it. So if I look at my map, I'm in this box right now, and that is F and 7. So I'll call that out in chat to tell others where it's at. So flow tree F7 on the cliff by the lighthouse. So that'll give someone the opportunity to go ahead and cut that down. Yes, the artist did an amazing job. This is definitely one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. And especially that it's a free-to-play game makes it even more incredible. That's also why I do like to go ahead and shop and buy the different outfits, because I think it's great to support the creators and the devs, because this is an amazing game. They're constantly putting out new content. And yes, it is not pay to win. If you don't buy anything, it's never going to hinder your progress. It's all cosmetic. And that's another reason why I like supporting the devs as well, because they give us all this amazing content, and it doesn't matter if we ever pay for anything at all. It's just extra to have fun things. Like the dress that I'm wearing now. I did pay for some coins to do that. Yes, the quests aren't timed. The only quests that are somewhat timed is the daily quests here, which is to get these, and you have all day to do it. The other quests that are somewhat timed is the one at the board in Kilima, which we haven't looked at yet. But those they give you at least a month to complete. But anything else, if I decided that right now I wanted to log out and I didn't want to play for a few weeks, I'm not going to lose my progress in any of these quests. I'm not going to like fail a quest. I'll be able to come back and pick up where I left off. Oh. Sometimes those are hard to jump off of, so I just go until I can't anymore and then try to float down. There is nothing special up here, but these portraits are so pretty. I love this one here on the bottom. It looks like a night scene. So pretty. But yeah, there's often hidden spots that you'll want to look around to find. Like here's another spot up here that we can climb up to. And I don't see anything here. But it's always good to check these spots out because you never know what you might find. Um, I do know there is a way to get all the way up here. That can be frustrating, so I'm gonna first find this spot over here. And then here's a little hatch you can go down. And there are some more clues in here to things that you're going to be looking for. Again, you'll see if something comes up that you can look at, you'll see that pop up like F to read. Dear Diary, the lighthouse is so spooky at night. I'm getting goosebumps as I write this. Oh, what I would do for a steaming hot bowl of Sirnak noodle soup. P.S. I need to find a safe place to put my key so I don't lose it again. I wonder if that might be a good spot. We don't know who wrote that, though. If we keep looking around... Nothing over there. But there is something here to read. A. There will be no more shipments until you get your house in order. It seems your lessers have been skimming off the top before sealing the crates. An agreement like this could only work if both sides deliver on what they have promised. We have provided the adders with product, and we have not received our fair due in return. I expect better of you next time. E. Don't know who A and E are. I have some ideas, but so far, there's nothing to really confirm anything. Back here, return to Bahari. Let's see if I'm capable of doing this first try. Oh, nope. Okay, do it the second try. Aha. And I don't remember if there was anything up here or if it was just something to do. I think there was something on the other ledge, but I'll come around and look at that. Now, that one is in the way, so I need to carefully move this way. And then I'm gonna come up this way. And no, there isn't anything up here, I don't think. Let's hop down here. I can't read that book. Can I read that? No, I can't read that. But I do think on one of these ledges there is something. But I don't remember, and I can't... Oh yeah, there we go. You see down here, there is a chest. I got 191 gold and an ochre cube tile floor. Have to try that out when we get home. Now, I am almost out of space, so I'm actually going to send these all... Let me keep that one, because I could get more of those and more of those. So I'm going to keep those. I'm going to send back just what I'm probably not going to get more of right now. So that those are out of the way. Now from up here, I should be able to get on top of that other building. And then we'll head back and see about giving presents. Alright. Oh, nobody has come to get that tree. That's too bad. Let's see if I can make it over there. Oh, I think I can. That's awesome. And I do see some more dragon peat moss down there that I want. Oh, I got 10 more standard smoke bombs. That's awesome, especially after how many I had to use to catch those other bugs. More of that, always useful. Alright. And it looks like it's not all for now from here. Now, I can go ahead and I can find my way home from here. There is a way to teleport yourself home. if you look at your menu, your map menu, return to housing plot, I could use that to get home. The only thing is you can only use that once every half hour. So it's kind of one of those, use it at your discretion. If you know you might want to use it a little, a little later on, always good to kind of have that in your back pocket. Especially if you think, oh, well, I might have to run out pretty soon and I want to make sure that I'm at my house when that happens. It's a good idea to, have that there if you think you're going to sign off soon, instead of having to wait that extra half hour. Again, it is important to kind of check around everywhere because you will find crates in some unusual spots. You'll find more of those pebbles. You'll want to find all the different pebbles. As soon as you give all those to Einar, you get a special prize. So it's good to collect those. And sometimes they are very hard to spot, and you want to listen. Like right now, I hear that there is a chest nearby. So if I'm looking for it, I've got to be very careful as I look and try to find it kind of by sound. Now I'm out of range. So it is one of those, you do probably want to have some of the sounds on your game up to help you find what you need. Now it's possible this is one that I'm hearing the sounds for it, but it only unlocks after I get to a certain temple. There are some of those. Make sure you look in these weeds though, because they hide them very well. Yeah, it's so easy to lose track of time, isn't it? I mean, there have been times that, playing on my main, it's get started, and the next thing I know, it's like 4 hours have rolled by, and it's like, where did time go? But things like this, where you have these like hollowed out logs, great spot for something to be hiding. And I'm not going to find all of the different chests on stream, just because, you're probably going to want to find some of these on your own if you're a new player, and I don't want to ruin that adventure for you all. But I will give you the hints that, yeah, look around, listen for that. If you don't want to have your game volume up very loud, make use of having headphones on. And also, although I normally don't play with music on the game, Palia has a beautiful soundtrack. Okay, here I'm hearing that again. So there's got to be something nearby. And I want to look around. If you don't find it right away, make a mental note. It might be one that you can only get after you open up certain parts of the temples. Yeah, sound plays a huge role in the game. Anything forageable has its own sounds, and they're very unique sounds to each item. So for example, here's a shell, and you hear that nice little tinkling sound. So that will tell you there's shells around, and you'll hear that next to all of those. Let's see if I can find an oyster real quick. The oysters have an entirely different sound. So for example, here's an oyster. And you hear that more of a hum. The shell has a more tinkling sound, and the oysters have a hum. Same is true for various bugs. Especially starred ones. The crabs don't really have too much of a sound, but I know like the blue butterflies, definitely, especially if they're starred, they have a sound to them. Oh, here's some coral. Let's see what sound the coral makes. Alright, that kind of a deeper hum. Definitely, I would absolutely suggest turning on the soundtrack in the game because the music is amazing. It's just as wonderful as the graphics. I mean, just the devs have done just an amazing job all the way around with this game, and everything is just like I can't say enough good about it. All right, now my pockets are getting pretty full, and I do have enough to go upgrade my backpack from Zeki. So I'm gonna get myself home. I'm going to cook up some of those oysters, make sure I have the gifts that I want to give to others when I go back into the village, and try to get some of those kind of out of the way, because we will be ending stream pretty soon, by about 3 o'clock. Alright, and now you hear that. That is my focus bar being completely out. So you'll see up here in the upper left, you see the eye for my focus, and it's flashing. That shows that I don't have any more focus. What I can do is, for example, if you see the garlic down here in position 3, that with the little arrow pointing upward shows that it is something I can eat and it will give me some focus. I also can open up some of those oysters and eat the oyster meat, even if it's plain. So I'm going to eat some of that garlic real quick. It gives me 10 focus. It gives me 15 focus. That should be enough for right now. I can also grab these mushrooms, and mushrooms will give me focus. So that gives me another 5. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but especially early on when you have just the makeshift items, it's not going to use up a whole lot of focus to start out with. So let's go ahead and see what we can do on the way back. Oh, see here's another sound. You hear a little bit of sound here with the butterflies, but as you get to the starred one, listen to what the sound it makes as it's starred. So anything that's starred, it also is going to make, like for creatures, especially the bugs, are going to make a different sound. And I am going to try to grab up some of these mushrooms, get a little focus on my way back home. And I'm not going to really focus on any more bug hunting right now, even though the snails are another one that can give you, it can give you a plush. I'm not going to focus on those right now just because my pockets are getting pretty full and I do want to get back. And if there are any like really special things on the way, I will want to stop and grab those. This is Sweet Leaf. Sweet Leaf is also really good for various recipes. Sushi especially, as well as making cake. Cake is definitely going to give you a lot of focus. And one thing that's nice about picking up the Sweet Leaf too is occasionally you'll have a leafhopper mantis that pops out. And that's another rare bug that will also give you it will also give you more silk. And again, silk is going to be important later on for doing some of the fancier crafting. So there will be that too, especially as you unlock more and more furniture and decor items. It's going to be really important to have things like silk and to have fabric. We don't have a loom yet to make those, but we will get that soon as we finish up more quests and advance our abilities. Let's see, we have mail. Asher, you've done it again. Word of your foraging ability is already bouncing around the tavern. Stop by and I'll teach you how to make heartwood planks with that sawmill of yours. Ani, dear cat, I heard you've been trying out bug catching. That's awesome. Why don't you stop by? I've got something really cool for you. It's a sneaky smoke bomb recipe. That is going to be excellent to have. Alright, so I'm going to go through here. I'm going to look through my gatherables. I do have more of those. I do have quite a few shells. If I look at my materials, I do not have any antlers or choppa tails. if I come over here, I will be able to make grilled oysters. And I have some that are already shelled, so not enough. That's going to take 3. I need at least 2 of those, one for Kenley and one for Eshe. So I am going to take one more, and I'm going to go ahead and cook those up. This will also give me points towards my cooking skills. And then the further up you get that, the more recipes you'll get, and you know, the more difficult things you can make. So let's see, I do need those. I'm going to need an unopened oyster, and I will need a raw oyster. So let's see, I may even have raw oysters. If I have, I do not. So sometimes you might wind up with a star quality one, and that's always good to make sure you have on you too. I'm going to take these pumpkin pies that I was given. Oh. And I'm going to have that in my inventory too to eat. Let me check. I know I need at least 2 shells. So let me actually put most of those back and only take what I need, so I'm not wasting inventory space. I will need... Don't know what Asher wants yet. I don't have a bark cicada. I can get Badger his tomato, so I'm going to grab one of those. Kaleri wants a shell, so I'm going to need 1 shell for her. I don't have the fish that either of them want, or the dusk ray. Now, I do have a quest with Eshe, and I do have that to give to her. I don't have that. I do have a raw oyster, or I will anyway. So I can do that, and I have that to give to Hekla. Now, obviously, I'm getting more than just my 5 that I need, but I want to make sure that I give gifts as often as I can anyway to up my friendship, so that I can also advance my storylines. Daria, I don't have a Chop-a-tail for. I don't have anything for Gel. I should have a mushroom for Gina. Let me pull that out real quick. That will be under gatherables. So there's that for Gina. Kenley, I have the oysters for. I already gave Kenyatta one, and I do have quests to go with them. Don't have any Mujin meat. I should have another garlic. I'll have to check on that. The shell for Tish, and the unopened oyster for Zeki. So let me grab that unopened one for Zeki. And I do have a garlic that I can give. Alright, so let's head into town. Give all of those. Oh, before I do, let's make sure everything is watered. Definitely water your crops as often, you know, every single day. Yeah, I did talk about requesting, and Rotten Rose, hello, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for your first time chatting. How'd you find our stream? And what do you like to be called? Do you like to be called Rotten Rose, Rose? What would you like for me to call you? Yeah, requesting is right. You only get 4 requests a day, and you do have to have picked up the item before. Oh, from random. Well, welcome on in. So happy to have you here. Thank you for the follow. Anything I want. All right. How about I call you Rose? It's very nice to meet you. Glad to have you here. All right, excellent. Welcome on in. All right, let's go around giving out these gifts. And by the time we finish that up, we should be just about wrapped up with our stream for the day, but I will be streaming again tomorrow at noon, noon Central Time. So I hope to see you all there again. In the meantime, oh, Kaleri was one she wanted a shell. So let's go ahead and hop in here and
Be
give her a
quiet.
shell. Let's chat with her first. It's a library. If you want to chat, go to the inn. And let's give her her shell. This delightful little trinket reminds me of when I was a little girl. Thank you. I find even the strongest of us become weak when we're confronted with nostalgia. I think all of us have felt that before. That bit of nostalgia that just makes us kind of like, oh, I remember that. That was so nice. I started playing about a year ago. I did start this one over to start streaming. This is only my second stream. I thought it would be really nice to be able to kind of set this up as almost like a tutorial type stream as well. I am a former teacher, so it's nice to be able to kind of do almost like an educational type stream, as well as just have
If you
fun
want to keep
have fun with
chatting
other players.
private tavern.
So this particular character I've only been playing for about a week, but my other character I've been playing for a little over a year now. So Ash over there, Ani over here, and so Ani is in the back of the inn. Let's go talk to him. How long have you been playing? Oh my god, yes, the game art is amazing.
Man, I'm hungry.
The art, we were even talking about the soundtrack. The soundtrack to this game is beautiful. Alright, Bucksuck, let's have all those cool badges. Trying to get my entrepreneur. I don't think that's how you say it. Anyway, Bucksuck's giving me lots of great stuff to sell. If we keep showing them all the stuff... Oh. Alright, I do have enough. I'm going to get the sneaky smoke bombs. These ones are fantastic to use because if you throw and miss, you don't alert the bug. Eventually when we get these sticky smoke bombs, those are good too. I personally favor the sneaky ones though, especially if you've got pretty good aim. Simply because you don't always need the sticky one if you have good aim. But the sticky ones are great for, especially if you're catching the faster bugs, which we'll come across those later on. Don't tell Hassian, but I usually like to let him win at cards. He's been beaten by Wrath so many times, I feel like I need to do something to get his spirits up.
See ya.
Alrighty, so let's see. Wrath is here, Badger is here, let's chat
Care to
with
try
them.
my world-famous soup?
I knew you'd be back to see me. I tend to have that effect on people. You can never go wrong with my vegetable soup. Might I also suggest the fish stew? Ooh. Now, oh, I think I already gave him the garlic. Oh no, I did not give him garlic already. I gave that to Najuma. So let's give him garlic.
Ah.
Hey, it's just what I need to finish that recipe. Trying out something new this week. If you eat it later and hate it, just pretend you like it for me, okay?
I have to leave for mysterious reasons.
Now I have 4 out of 5 gifts to villagers.
Can I help you out?
So we're going to chat with Badger and then give him his gift. Who do you think will win? Ooh, if it's Asher or Sifu, they're going to have an arm wrestling contest. Almost a year come November, yeah. I think I started playing in late August, or sometime in August last year. Let's see, Asher or Sifu? I think Ashura. You're right, Sifu may have the raw strength, but Asher has the technique. And he'd like a tomato, so let's give that to him. Woohoo! There is one down. Or if I fail, I can always blame it on you for delivering low quality produce. I hope it's not low quality. Alright. So now I can return to Kenley. Because I finished that, so that's one of my quests that I did for Kenley. And he is still over at the town hall. I'm gonna talk to Kenyatta over there as well. Say, yeah, I think it was about October, because I know I had been playing for a while, and then showed you the game, and you were like, oh, that looks like fun. Alright, there you are. I was just looking for a human who looks like they can handle their stuff. I need you to cook me something, like literally anything. Anything? As long as it's not lettuce soup. Mom yelled at our chef one too many times and he quit. Dad's been bringing food home from the inn every night since. Don't get me wrong, Reth's hot, but he's not hot enough to make up for all that lettuce.
Oh.
And if me saying pretty please isn't enough, I'll also pay you. Alright, let's chat with her first. I'm so bored I can literally have a conversation about paint drying and it would seem thrilling. I mean, seriously, have you noticed sometimes paint looks totally different color when it's dry than when it's wet?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fascinating stuff. And she is right. There's been so many times that, like, we've been painting in the house, and it looks like the color is going to come out one way. It comes out another after it's dry, and it's like, you know, I don't know if I like the color so much anymore. That's why it's good to make sure you get, like, a little sample size if you're going to paint a room of the colors you like, and swatching a few different spots. Alright, I found this message on the beach.
Let's go.
Okay, this is priceless. That's his handwriting too. I'm gonna be able to tease him for this about weeks. Shouldn't we help? I'm gonna say who's Echelon. My cousin. He's set to inherit the Bahari estate when the Duchess kicks the bucket. Not that that's ever gonna happen. The other side's way too scared to ever let Kenyara come over.
Oh.
I remember when this happened though. This letter's gotta be at least 3 years old. How about, can he share any coconut recipes with me? I'll ask, if only to mess with him. Anyway, thanks for finding this. Here's some gold for your trouble. I better get a frame. This one's going up on the wall for sure. I'll catch you later. Wow, that 750 gold. That's a lot. Alright, I brought her a meal. And probably took away one of my things. But my friendship with her actually went up to level 2. And now I get another thing. We always eat such fancy stuff for dinner, but sometimes I want something else, you know? Like cutthroat trout. Something with a name that cool has to be good. So now when I talk to her again,
Interesting to say.
you'll see my friendship level is at a 2 with her.
This was tons of fun.
Let's go back up here where Kenley is waiting.
Greetings, fair traveler.
Oh, good, it's you. I was afraid you were Eshe. Oh, you startled me. I was just looking out the window and spotted the most beautiful mourning dove. Alright, I've given some housewarming gifts. Good, good. Giving presents is the best way to get to know people. Everyone has their own tastes, of course. Eshe's always liked the finer things. My, the sheer number of presents I gave to her when we began courting. Ah, you've made everyone feel so welcome. I'm not sure what you like yet, but the least I can do is give you a little something as well. And he wanted some grilled oysters, so let's give him that. And that ups our friendship a little bit with him as well. Alright, oh, and there's a exclamation point, so obviously there's something else he wants to say. Oh no, oh dear, this is a catastrophe. Can I help you with something? Oh, Kat, I didn't see you there. I suppose the circumstances are dire enough to ask for your assistance. You see, something truly terrible has happened. Someone lost my sandwich. Who? Well, me, but that's besides the point. No one could possibly expect me to get any work done when I'm so famished. I know, you can help me find it. Alright, where should I look? Let's see, I was on a walk greeting my constituents, and I decided to rest my feet for a moment. I found a spot in the shade where I was surrounded by the fragrance of freshly bloomed flowers. Oh, now that I think about it, there was a water nearby, quite a lot of it too, an entire waterfall in fact. So sandwiches somewhere by a waterfall. Then an adorable little chopper ran by, and I followed after it, and now I'm here. Hungry, sandwichless, and unable to work. Please hurry. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give out these last items, and I'm going to save any more quests for next time. So we can pick up with that tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go over... Oh, Zeki is likely... Yep, Zeki's over here at the inn now. So let's go ahead and give him his oyster.
Working hard or hardly working?
Alright, we'll chat with Zeki a little bit. And let's give him his oyster. What, you think just because I'm a Grimalkin I gotta love seafood? Well, you're right. Thanks, kid. I was starving.
Remember, Zeki's prices can't be beat.
I mean, the only thing my cats like more than any kind of
Working hard
seafood
or
is
hardly
chicken.
working.
And at least one of them has learned that word, and if she hears the word chicken, her head comes up and she's looking, where is it? Alright, psst, I've seen you snooping around the shop, not really buying anything. I was wondering if you're looking for something a little more particular. I've got connections in low places, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Tell me more about these low places. I would, but then I'd ruin the fun. Why don't you look around the village and see if you can find any secret spots where one might be inclined to do business without the watchful eye of the magistrate.
Bye.
But, yes, and it's already up on there, so we are definitely going to go ahead and get Zeki's backpack. Because I need more space. Alright, and then to upgrade it again, eventually, I'm going to need 5,000. So that's going to take me a good long while. But I now have those. Let's see. I could have swore I gave Kenley... I could have swore I gave Kenley his oysters. Did I not? Or did I just have an extra one? I did give it to him. Alright, well, Gina wants the mushroom. Tish wanted the shell. Okay. Tish wanted the shell. Who wanted the raw? Oh, Hecla wanted the raw oyster. So I know Hecla's over here, and so is Gina. So let's pop over here first. Hello, Hecla.
Are you in need of sustenance?
Alright. Librarian keeps giving me furtive glances. I can't tell if she's suspicious or if she's just curmudgeonly. Oh, do you know anyone named Alba or Glauca? Those are names we found earlier. Those are human names. Why are you asking me this? Just wondering. Suspicious. If I'm being honest, I did not. I didn't have the chance to meet many humans. This will make a delicious treat from my Gina. Many thanks.
Conversation has ceased.
Let's talk to Gina.
I'm always here to help.
Definitely make sure you chat with everyone for each Palian day, because that will also boost your friendship levels with them a lot faster. Did you know you can fish in the water temple? It's true. Hecla showed me. I wonder if some of them have survived since ancient times. Okay. Let's give her a mushroom. These little babies are one of Kilima's local delicacies, and they also happen to be one of my favorite foods. Curious colleague, I've upped my friendship with her to level 2 now too, and now I can also see that she wants something else. She wants to try a bright shroom. They say ingesting flow can sometimes have some interesting side effects, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Anything for science, right? Now I did see Clary has an exclamation over her head. Oh, she's giving me a book on manners.
Next time.
Oh, I apparently have been rude. Let's see, Hecla also has a thing for me. Social interactions are important for maintaining a healthy emotional balance. As Gina's caretaker, it falls upon me to arrange these opportunities. Would you be interested in a brief play date with Gina? She is probably a little old for that, but you know what? Everyone needs friends, so sure. Make sure you ask her about the weather and the books she has read.
Now, back to my Gina.
Alright, so let's see. I have Ashra over here, who I think I needed to talk to about upgrading to make heartwood planks. I do also need to talk to Shane.
Come, speak with me.
Hello, Phoenix's child. Welcome to our fair village. Oh, I don't think I've talked to Shane at all yet. I'm Shane, the local ritual sage and devotee of Magi, the great dragon. It's my job as Kilima's healer and sage to care for our villagers both physically and spiritually. Tell me, are you spiritual? Yes, I'm very spiritual. No, I only believe what I see, or I'm still figuring all that out. Well, you know what? I'm new to all this, so I'm still figuring that out. Alright, if you seek guidance, my door is always open. Tell me, Phoenix's child, what is it you seek this evening? You know what, I'm after some relaxation. Yes, evening is a good time to meditate and reflect. Sometimes I find the most pleasant thing to do is nothing at all. To make a strong healing draught, one must possess wild garlic. If you find any, be sure to let me know. So I'm going to need to look for some more garlic.
All you have to do is ask. Good to see you.
Ashura. You're doing your valley proud, Cat. Foraging in a way that cares for the land you live on isn't easy. Maybe I've got a recipe that can make that easier on you. Thanks for stopping by. Heartwood planks. 500. You know what? Even though I have a little bit less than 1,500, I'm going to hold on off on that for just a bit, just in case I have anything else I need to pick up. If you're looking to have a little fun, there's a lot of ways to enjoy yourself in the valley. I go fishing for fun. Ani goes exploring in the woods. Badger can sit and listen to music at the inn for hours. We have every sort of revelry here, no matter what your personal taste. Okay, so let's see.
Don't be a stranger.
I know I need to give Tish the shell, and Eshe wants... So Tish is right there, Eshe is over here. Let's go to Tish since she's right here. And then to Eshe.
What to make? Oh, hi.
I'm helping Gel work on his latest looks. I like having a preview of what's coming out next season. Gel mentioned she's working on a new line of leather gloves. I'm sure he'd appreciate if you brought him some materials. So now I know something that Gel wants.
Doodles!
Alright. Since I'm giving all these, I'm going to wind up with a lot of people at my plot
hello.
giving me their Starstone wallpaper. Hello, Gel. The fire of the Phoenix Moon has been brighter since the humans re-emerged. I think that has to mean something. Alright, so let's give Eshe her oysters, and we'll see who else wanted one. I think that's just a glitch though, and that Kenley just didn't take his. Here's Eshe.
You humans and your culture of familiarity.
Where is that rascal? Cat, look at this. It's a soggy newspaper. It is my soggy newspaper, completely ruined. That beast of Hacians has been stealing them for the past 2 weeks. Last night I stayed up on the stoop to wait directly for the paper delivery, and he jumped out of the bushes and snatched it away as Ani was handing it to me. I expected Hacian to train his mutt better than this. Can you train a plumehound? They seem pretty independent. Plumehounds are smart enough to understand speech. That hound knows the rules. He's just flaunting them on purpose. I've seen you sidling up to that scoundrel. Find out where he's been keeping the rest of the papers before I ban him from town. I have searched all of Kilima with no luck, so he must be hiding them somewhere in Bahari Bay. Are you here to make a noise complaint about the inn? Because if so, I won't hesitate to shut them down immediately. Unfortunately, village bylaws require a complaint from someone who isn't the magistrate. She's sour. These oysters are delicious. Not quite as good as the ones my former cook used to make. Yes, these are a bit chewy. Enzo's were the perfect texture. But I suppose beggars can't be
Try not to be
choosers.
so bold next time.
Alright, let's take a look. I have not given anything to Ashura yet. Or Ani. Should be able to find some more garlic. Maybe while we're out and about. Leather, a bright shroom. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that was just a glitch and Kenley didn't take his. But while I'm over here, before I head home, some of the characters, they're really hard to kind of remember to go see because they're out further away from things. Oh, I definitely need some of this copper while I'm here. Like, I need to make sure that I make a point to go see Nejuma over in Bahari. I need to make a point to go see Einar, who is down here by the lake, because it's often really easy to forget that they're there. Because most of the running around you're doing is within the village itself. And I'm at level 3 with mining, so hopefully Hodari is going to be giving me an upgrade to my pick pretty soon. And I did find a quartz starstone. That will be good to make sure that I'm getting a bit more gold in my shipping bin. Alright, I did need more flint. I still can't get that one yet, but there is clay right here. Clay is one we're going to need for our bug bombs. Also, you can get citrines out of clay. And those are another one of the star stones that are great to get, especially early game because they do give you quite a bit of gold. As you know each person's star stone, it's also good to have that information in mind if you really want to boost their friendship levels or romance levels when you get there. Give them star stones once a week. Yeah, there is a third now who doesn't come into town. But Tamala is one that you will only ever see in Bahari Bay or in the Elderwood. Nejuma is one that you will only see in Bahari. The only exception to that being is that both will come around during the Magi Market. And that happens once a month. And you'll find them there in the evenings. So from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. In game time. So let's go around. We'll say hi to Einar real quick. And do you know there is right here? Pick up that chest. Oh, and we got 14 sapwood planks. So we don't even have to wait for those to cut now. So that's good. And I do see some silver over there. Definitely good to pick that up. Silver is more rare than the copper is, so that's good to pick up when you can. And that third character that doesn't show up anywhere except for the Elder Woods is Ulfe. And honestly, there hasn't been a whole lot with him yet outside the initial Elderwood quests. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Over here, say hello to Einar.
Do you wish to engage in fishing?
Old runeworking has awakened things in the village. I sense it's just the beginning of such occurrences. And I'm going to go ahead because I know he likes those pebbles. I'm going to give him this shiny blue pebble. The color of this pebble is very calming. I find myself slipping into a meditative state just staring at it.
The conversation has now ended. Goodbye.
Alright. Bye-bye, Einar. And let's go ahead and get ourselves onto home. Start this copper smelting up with the rest of it. And make our new axe. So we have a lot of new quests that we've opened up. We've finished a handful as well. That has given us quite a bit of renown. Which I do want to make sure that I spend either at the Dragon Shrine or the Phoenix Shrine. It's really good to make sure you're doing those about equally, because the more focus percent you get at the Phoenix Shrine, the faster your focus bar is going to go down. So you want to make sure that you're getting more for your focus bar at the Dragon Shrine in order to have more focus at one time. Oh, and here's one of those that we can say hello to. I don't know if you believe in the whole Luna signs and starstones thing. I mean, I don't know if I do after all. Astrology is really unscientific, but it can still be fun sometimes. Astrology can be really fun. I'm going to have to go through and find what my sign would be here. My IRL star sign is a Virgo, which kind of fits me to some extent. What about you guys in the chat? What are your astrology signs? My starstone is the emerald, and I have to say the color green does make me feel at ease. Like someday maybe I'll find the answers I'm searching for. I don't know, it's probably silly. Anyway, yes, Taurus, and you're also emerald just like Gina. Whether or not you're into starstones, maybe you'll still like the color. If not, it's seriously no big deal. I personally like green quite a bit, so I'm actually going to make my house green. And look how pretty that looks. Goes really well with the moss inside the bricks. So, Engaris, do you think your star sign fits you? Oh, my storage is full. I'm going to need to make more storage. Let's do that real quick, because I know I definitely have enough to make that. Oh, I do not, because I need more planks, so let's get that underway as well. And I don't have any more of those, so let's go ahead. I do have those. I have some more of those. It's gonna take me a little bit, very much. Let me pop this in my shipping bin, because that's gonna give me another 150.
How are your crops doing?
Hey, Springbean, just wanted to say thanks for cheering me up when I was feeling blue. So I got you this sapphire blue wallpaper. Now that's, as a Virgo, that is my starstone as well. And I do love sapphires. You know, in case you want to get me something for a special occasion, hint hint.
Remember, Romaine, calm, and farm on.
I definitely like some of these terrible puns. Some are kind of like, oh, this is really bad, but some are really fun. Alright, dear cat, I hear you and my daughter are becoming friendly. Normally I'd frown upon this sort of fraternizing, but I must admit I need your help. My daughter has been very upset as of late and has been making quite the ruckus. She even used a salad fork for her steak last night. On purpose. Oh, what a scandal. Could you please talk some sense into her? Well, I think if Kenyatta really wanted to cause a scandal, she'd eat it with her hands.
Good to see you.
Hello, Tish. I just wanted to stop by and say thanks for being a generous friend. I haven't been the best at giving gifts lately. I know you didn't give me a gift just to get something in return, but I thought I'd reciprocate anyway. Here's a new wallpaper for your house. It's just plain white, but don't let that fool you. White can be a perfectly blank canvas for creativity.
Have a good day.
Tish is always so bubbly. She's a sweetheart. Can I? Okay, see, I can't put anything else in there right now. That's okay. Hello,
I
Rhett.
totally wasn't sleeping.
Alright. You've been giving me so much stuff lately. I thought it was time to give you something that wasn't soup. Not that soup isn't great, but you know, variety is the spice of life. Tish recently redid my room in this super cool orange color inspired by my starstone, citrine. Citrine's associated with being fun and carefree. And who couldn't use more fun, right?
Huh?
It reminds me a bit of carrot soup, though.
Uh-oh, my soup's burning.
Alright, let's put those away. those, fortunately, since they're decor, won't take up any extra space.
A magistrate is always at the service of her people.
And Kat, you've clearly mastered the Majiri custom of gift giving, so I wanted to share with you another sacred tradition, starstones. When we're born, the dragon moon is in a certain phase and the stars in a certain position. Specific starstones are associated with being born under these astrological signs. I was born under the last quarter moon, which means my sign is the merchant, and thus I'm expected to be intelligent, calculating, and ambitious. Those definitely do suit Eshe. Of course, you don't need to look at the stars to know that. If you wish to learn more about starstones, perhaps stop by the library. I just got a new volume on the subject that you might find enlightening. The merchant stone is the rare, valuable ruby. I find surrounding myself with ruby things helps me feel more powerful, more myself. Perhaps you'll feel likewise emboldened by this color. Okay.
Mind your manners.
Let's get another one of those. And we still have more visitors, it would seem. Yep, Kenley's here too.
Government work is best done between naps.
I was reading a book in the library on Palia and astrology, and I realized that my sign is the farmer. If only signs equated to paths, I think I would have been much happier. Governance is so hard. While reading the book, I also realized that my star stone is jasper, which explains why hazel has always been my favorite color. Its sunny color helps people feel at home. You've always done your best to make me feel at home, like Jasper in my human form. So why don't you take this so your home feels even more sunny and welcoming?
Don't tell Eshe you saw me.
I definitely do like the Jasper color and the citrine color. Those two look beautiful. And I do love yellows for rooms because it definitely makes everything seem more open and bright.
Did you need something?
All right, Kat, as we go friendlier, I wanted to share with you an important part of myself, my star stone. Now, I don't know what humans know about starstones, but all Majiri believe that the dragon moon phase we're born under is special and determines certain aspects of our personality. Each moon phase of Luna is represented by a gemstone. Mine is aquamarine, the stone of the scholar. Aquamarines are another one I love a lot. My wedding ring is actually made with an aquamarine. An aquamarine flanked by a couple sapphires, so you can tell I really like blue. I've given you an aquamarine colored wallpaper to fill your home with wisdom, as it does mine. If you wish to learn more about starstones, perhaps stop by the library. I just got a new volume on the subject that you might find enlightening.
At least try to be more respectful of my time.
Alright, and that is the last one who's going to be visiting me for right now. Let's finish up with the mail. Kenyatta, my dad gave these seeds to me as a present, but you can have them. You'd make better use of them than I would anyway. Don't tell him I regifted these to you or he'll throw a fit. Alright, Badgeru. Dear Kat, you've been such a good neighbor, so I figured I'd give you a few things to help you get settled into your new home. And he's given us a carrot, a potato, an onion, and some cotton. Ani, dear Kat, I found this awesome bug last night. It nearly got away from me, but I used my extra level skills to catch it. Mom says I can't bring any more bugs in the house, so I figured I'd trust it with you instead. Isn't it cool? And that is a star quality brush-tailed dragonfly. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and put that with my other star bug in here. And actually, let's go ahead. I know I really like this color too. Look how bright that blue is. Let's see. Let's try the ruby. That's a nice shade of pink. And the jasper. You know what? I'm going to go with multicolor for right now just because that looks like a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap up our stream here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. I had fun streaming. I will be back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central, so noon Central tomorrow. And I hope to catch you all then. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.